I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, you're in for a treat, because this is going to be a show that goes off the rails. It's a Friday. It's the Dream Cruise. First things first, before we get into goofy, funny, heavyweights things, Easy's not here. He's dealing with a family emergency. He's at the hospital. Everybody, thoughts and prayers to Easy. Make sure that you send it out there in the universe. He's dealing with a lot right now. Easy, we love you, brother. We hope everything goes okay, and we hope you're good to go after today. But in his stead, we have the esteemed Jeff Iafrate. Show off the tat. Show off the tat.
What?
Show him.
New Jeff.
Show him.
You came, you saw, you conquered.
You conquered on the heavyweights.
I didn't conquer this morning, though.
We got,
oh, God.
as always, Lil Chrissy, real Chris Platte in the TD booth. We got Mike Gentry on the ones and twos. And we got the dogs. Lucas Claus, a.k.a. Sid Vicious, in the Maz chair.
Doing this flannel Sam.
This is going to be one that goes down in the record books. I'm telling you right now, we're feeling good. It's a Friday. We got these stupid old fucks in their shitty-ass cars driving down the street. Let's dive into it right now. I fucking hate the Dream Cruise. I hate the Dream Cruise. Like, yeah, it's cool. I've got my 72 Chevelle, and I'm going to drive down in a 4-mile loop and show up to all these 70-year-old women sitting on the side of the street, and they're going to be like, oh my God, my first husband had that car when I met him after he came back from World War II. Like, I don't give a shit about the Dream Cruise, and it just ruins everything. Like, you might think the Dream Cruise is cool, and you're an idiot, and you don't work on Woodward. If you work on Woodward, this is a week straight of this shit. A week straight of having to leave 30 minutes early, having to get home 30 minutes late. I hate it.
Yeah, me and Mike, actually, we just took a trip up there, and we were kind of complaining in the car. I swear to gosh, I don't think I saw one person, at least the age demographic. Mike, what would you say? Roughly, 40 to about 60? Yeah. Would you say safely?
Yeah. 40, 60 range for sure. Not a young person out there.
No,
they're not.
It's just nonstop. They said there's supposed to be 2 lanes where people are going slow, but it's all 4 lanes.
This is the ultimate boomer nostalgia fest, is what it is. It's like, I bought this car when I was 15. I paid $2,000 for it. Thanks, man. I gotta pay $2,000 for my mortgage payment every month.
That's true.
God, if I could buy one of these brand new cars that cheap, I'd be cool. But no. And just loud, obnoxious. Like, have you seen the South Park episode when they talk about the F word? With the Harley riders? I'm not there yet. I might get canceled by the end of this episode, but I'm not trying to do it in the first 10 minutes. But these motherfuckers driving down the street, doesn't care about anybody that works on Woodward. Fuck the Dream Cruise.
And by the time we leave, they're going to be street racing. It's just going to be worse.
I'm gonna dive in front of one of these old cars. Because I know they're rich.
Yeah, but the thing with the old cars is they're durable as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
They might.
Can they handle that?
Can they handle this car? I'll shoulder check one of those cars and make it switch 3 roads. It's not going down this road. This road's closed. You gotta find a new road, brother.
Yeah, this show's off the rails.
It's off the rails already. Off the rails already. We're going to talk about Denzel Mims got cut.
Denzel Mims?
Did I think he was going to be something? Yeah, he's big, he's fast, but he's a bum. He's gone. Yeah. Forget about him. Now they what are you talking about?
No, he is a bum.
We're going to say this guy's not a bum, huh?
No, here's the thing.
Crack the roster.
Listen, I'm a little hurt about this because I crowned the man Denzel Mims, and I thought he was going to be potentially like a 5th option for the Lions. He couldn't fucking be that. You're going to tell me at running a high 4.3 that you can't make the roster over like Dylan Drummond?
Chase Cota.
And I love him as a returner, but Maurice Alexander, you're 6'3" and you run a 4.38, man.
Yeah.
Well, you were a 2nd-round pick out of West Virginia. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
It's tough.
This is like a... I don't know, like a Jamarcus Russell of a wide receiver position.
Yeah, it's the Greg Oden of wide receiver.
Greg Oden.
It is the Jamarcus Russell. It's Jamarcus should have rustled her. It's tough, man. How do you feel about Denzel?
I'm with you guys. Denzel Mims, dude, if you're that physically gifted in this offense, there's no excuses. Like, you should be able to succeed. I see Khalif Raymond reviving his career, but he's nice.
Chill on Leaf.
Hey, Leaf is nice. But the point is, this offense makes guys look even better. So for Denzel Mims, good riddance. It's unfortunate, but Dane kind of hinted at this too.
Hey.
It's like, he's in that film room, but
Jeff,
that's all
they're
he
talking
said.
shit about your hair, man.
I've been seeing
Jeff's
some comments.
perm went limp.
You know,
Yeah.
hey, it's a new look. I was on
like
call.
it.
I was
I
on
like
call.
it.
I shot over here. Didn't put nothing in it.
I like
It's
it.
all natural.
that.
And you got people that were born in the 20s out here, and you're rocking a 20s.
No, he's got like that TikTok part.
Yeah,
You know, like the
Don't do
fucking
that.
e-boys.
No.
What's his name?
E-boys.
Dylan. What's that
Bro.
YouTuber's
Jeff,
name?
does your girlfriend make you do TikToks?
Oh yeah, Jeff's in the back.
Jeff's a big TikTok guy.
What's that one? You and Easy did. The
AI?
Yeah. I guarantee there's somewhere out here on the Dream Cruise like vroom vroom. Good car.
There are some baddies out though. That is the one perk about
yeah.
this. With all these cars, there's a lot of money, so you know the gold diggers are going to be out here.
But she ain't messing with no broke.
And they're out. They're out.
She ain't fucking with any of us because we're all broke as shit. But are out on the streets for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Lucas, your pitch to be dating one of those rich daughters, I know what it would be, right? It'd be the hype video you and Spenny made.
You don't want,
Oh, yeah.
You don't want a rich daughter.
No, I just went
You
through
send that in
my
as a
last
resume.
ex, cuz, let me tell you.
No.
Listen, it sounds like it would be nice, but when you're trying to have like a constructive conversation about something serious, when you're dating a rich girl, let me tell you, they have never faced a real problem in their life.
Yes.
So they think that everything's just smooth,
Oh, Daddy will
everything's
take care
okay.
of it.
But now,
Daddy
yeah,
will
daddy
pay
will
for
take
it.
care of it, but in this situation, I mean, as always, I'm daddy. So I gotta fix the problem. But they don't want to deal with the reasoning of somebody that didn't come from a bunch of money. So
Yeah.
it's hell.
Them
It's like, oh,
them
why
dirt
can't
streets
you
of
drive
Toledo.
me today?
Them grimy streets.
Yeah, like
of Toledo.
I'm in Toledo and she's all in the suburbs of Perrysburg. It's
Is
just-
that an Ohio
it's
town?
it's like
I
a
don't know. Is that like Birmingham, Ohio?
no, not quite. I would say it's like I don't know. I don't know the
It's like
area.
Bloomfield, Ohio.
Like a Novi.
Okay.
A Novi.
All right,
Novi,
yeah.
okay.
It's-
That's a solid.
All I'm saying is they're out here. And so if you're a 70-year-old man with a nice car, you might get some strange. Bring it out. But
Come sit in traffic.
come sit in traffic.
Friday at 5 p.m. That's when I'm, like, there's got to be something.
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be something that's more interesting to do. There just has to be. I mean,
that's what
damn.
we're talking about. No, man, that's what these guys
Okay,
live for.
the kids though. Okay, well,
Hell yeah, that next weather
kids,
CBS
look at the
Detroit
kids.
truck was fire. Shut up. I'm just saying, man, can't do it. Can't do it.
Cancel it.
We were talking about Denzel Mims for a little bit. What would you describe him as? A physical specimen, correct?
Oh yeah.
Another physical specimen. The man, the myth, the legend, AR-15. Anthony
Oh my
Richardson.
God.
This is wild.
He's looking like
He's
Jimmy Turner.
looking better than
He's-
CJ
he's-
Stroud, Spenny. He's looking
Play
better
the
than.
clip. Play the clip.
Play the
first.
preseason film.
Look, it's not even preseason, but it's stupid.
Oh my.
Hey, CJ Stroud's never doing that.
Derek Jeter.
Look how,
calls-
dude, that's a
joking
fucking
me.
punt.
Derek
That's a
Jeter
punt.
50-yarder.
Are you?
Holy hell.
Derek Jeter 50-yarder. Who's doing that?
God.
Who's doing that in the NFL other than him and Patrick Mahomes?
Dude threw
Who?
a 50-yard bomb just for funsies, and then we're gonna call him what?
Bro,
What are we doing?
We're calling him Himmy Turner.
Himmy Turner?
I'm saying,
What?
if you draft this, he already got the starting spot. They already said
Oh,
Gardner Minshew, forget about him.
And Gardner Minshew's a viable guy that you're like, hey, start the first couple
Yeah,
weeks.
he's a Teddy Bridge. Like, he's a
Yeah,
solid backup.
he's probably better than Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, what?
What?
No, this isn't
Don't
about-
diss the
Hold
short
on,
stash.
This isn't about the. Anthony Richardson, you don't act like getting a starting job for the Colts. is
No,
some,
but
like,
your
Yeah,
boys over at PFF, he was, according to
boys.
your
I said
boys,
this. They're
your
not my
favorite
boys.
people over at Pro Football Focus that make the most realistic numbers in the world, he was the 5th highest graded rookie. And he was, I believe, the first offensive guy. So he's the highest offensive graded
Physical
rookie.
specimen.
that's true. I'll give
The
him
man is a fucking...
That's a man
Hey,
you selected
hey,
number 2 overall.
You
Give
want
me-
to talk
hey,
about a meat missile.
on.
What he just put through the air was a
Hold
meat
on.
missile.
Give me physical specimens at quarterback that have won a Super Bowl.
Patrick Mahomes?
What?
No.
That ain't no fit, dude.
Give me a physical specimen that played quarterback that was on par with Anthony Richardson. You can't.
Cam Newton almost did.
I know. I was gonna say
Jalen Hurts almost did.
Anthony Richardson, though, he is really
Cam Newton is the one that's
Yeah.
you're like.
There's really
all right,
not
it's
many
close.
that physical specimens at the quarterback position, though. Those
again,
are usually guys
Hey, he
that...
made one. What happened? Your physical specimen.
He
Cam Newton.
pitched up. He pitched up. He didn't dive on the pile.
Yeah,
He
Cam,
wasn't
yeah.
doing it. You know Cam got it.
But there's no doubting Cam's greatness, though.
Yeah.
That's a man you select that one.
I'm not gonna do that.
Cam Newton might be the best college football player I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life.
you know what?
there's
I'm
no
gonna
doubting
agree
that
with
because you could hear the Tim Tebow arguments that Florida team was stacked. You can hear the Johnny Manziel arguments that team was stacked.
Johnny Manziel.
Even the Vince Young, like that team was loaded too.
Mike Evans made Johnny Manziel.
That's okay. That's true.
Mike Evans made Johnny Manziel.
And he
Zero.
definitely made him better.
He'd move around the pocket. His escapability was good.
Yeah.
But at the
Then
end
he
of
had
it,
something to
he's
throw
just
to.
chucking that boy, and Mike Evans would moss 5 people and bring it down.
Backyard
Yeah,
football.
Yeah.
That
Mike
doc
Evans
was great
is
though. Check that doc out, Johnny Manziel. That
Yeah, that's a
documentary.
good
doc.
When he was
Funny.
like 0.
The friend reminded me of Gentry so
Didn't
much.
watch a damn thing.
That friend reminded me of Gentry. Johnny Manziel as a whole actually kind of reminded me of Gentry low key.
Yeah. I can see
literally
that.
am.
Speaking of watching zero film, one of the best receivers in the league watches zero film. Chris, you got this clip too?
watches
Play
Madden.
this.
Spenny's
Play
been
this.
cooking with the transition.
I'm doing what I can.
Nah, so I feel like Madden has a good tell of how good players are. So I just play Madden the night before, and I go look at all their ratings. So let's say, for instance, they had Steve Nelson and Derek Stingley over there, 2 phenomenal players, by the way. I just go get on Madden. I go to the EA rosters, then I scroll down and see what their awareness is, their speed is, and their strength, and that's how I get a good tell on them.
So Tyreek Hill, one of the best a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, undoubtedly.
Yep.
Doesn't watch any tape. He plays Madden the night before.
Okay, that's cap.
And he looks at the cornerback's stats on Madden. Their speed, their awareness, whatever.
Their awareness? Bro,
that is how he goes into games. Would you be comfortable with that?
I mean,
it's working.
I can't. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't really. What am I gonna say, dude? Like the guy. I feel like at Tyreek Hill's point in his career, like he's already the fastest player, if not one of the in the NFL.
He's the fastest.
So he gets that nod already. And if you think about it, corners are going to respond to him more so than he's going to respond to any corners. Like they're going to have to adjust to Tyreek anyway. He can go out there and just play backyard and get open.
Another physical.
Oh, God. Here we go.
This guy Tyreek Hill is a monster. When have you seen a
that's-
Tyreek Hill in the league ever?
Yeah, that's true. I think that's cap.
He's a
though. The
short
whole Madden,
Randy Moss.
the Madden
Yeah, he's
thing that
definitely
has
cap,
to be,
and there's no way.
Cap.
I believe him, man.
You think that?
I know. I genuinely, dude, Tyreek Hill, I don't think, as gifted as he is, like, none of this in the point I'm about to make is, like, discrediting Tyreek Hill. That man is so naturally gifted.
Yes.
He doesn't have to watch an inch of
Physical
film. He
specimen.
goes on Madden, he streams, he makes some extra coin, and he's like, oh, I remember seeing that dude in Madden, he popped off. But I'm still like 10 miles an hour faster than this motherfucker. I'm still going to
Yeah.
dust him.
Oh,
It
yeah.
does not matter. And he knows what his offense is doing. He doesn't care what the defense is doing because at the end of the day, you can't defend that speed. I don't care what zone coverage you have because you defend him. Then you have Jalen Waddle. I guarantee this man watches game film at practice in the facility, but zero on his own.
The guy can beat anybody down the field. It doesn't matter who you line up against him. Put the fastest cornerback in the NFL on Tyreek Hill. They start backpedaling. You have to start off backpedaling.
They don't.
He is beating you.
They open their hips and run right
Yeah.
away. You can't even backpedal
No.
against this dude unless you're like 10 yards off, and still he'll gain that ground like that.
Hey, death, taxes,
That was a
Tyreek
good
beating you
snap.
over the top. Those
Yeah.
are the 3 things guaranteed in life.
Facts.
And for Tyreek, I guess.
And
yep.
Anthony Richardson being hit.
Okay. I knew
And
he was
CJ
going
Stroud being
somewhere with
down.
that. I knew he was going to bring that one back up. But at least Tyreek, though, how fast he is off the field, he does it on the field. Like John Ross,
Couldn't do it.
couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
But Tyreek Hill, he's the man's competing. What's the one the race he ran? Did he compete?
It was like, the 100-yard dash
Dude, he's
or
like
something.
competing.
People don't
Yeah.
even give Tyreek the credit he deserves when it comes to like contested catches. Like I'm not saying he's a Calvin,
Yes,
but bro,
that's true. Yes.
Tyreek,
Plays
even
bigger.
with corners that are big, he plays
He
like if
goes
there's a
up
jump
and
ball,
gets it.
he plays bigger than 5'11", bro.
Yeah.
He'll go up there like you can go back numerous plays even this year. That man can go and get some contested catches against like a middle-sized corner.
All I'm saying is coming to Lady Jane's today. Like,
Smooth transition.
No, it's not even a transition. Just the cake is out. So coming to Lady Jane's today. But first, let me tell you guys about SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency. The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you know someone who is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Practice and party at 5 Iron Golf, located inside the Cambria Hotel. Listen, don't take it from me because I stink. Spenny knows that.
Yeah.
But downtown's newest sports bar has 13 TrackMan simulators, certified instructors, and a full bar and restaurant. Mention promo code Woodward at checkout for 50% off. 50% off your first visit. And visit 5irongolf.com to tee up good times.
Tee 'em up, brother. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. If you guys couldn't tell by the first segment, we're going to get off the rails pretty fast. This is going to be a true Friday show. The man to my left, the esteemed, the iconic
Don't do this.
Jeff Iafrate. This guy, I'm nervous to be sharing the desk with this man. This is big time right now.
This is the boss right here.
Like, I'm about to text my mom.
This is the Gentry. Am I lying?
No.
Is this not the
No
boss?
lies
Right next to
No lies
Spenny?
detected. No lies detected.
I'm about to text my mom and be like, Mom, I'm doing a show with the Jeff Iafrate.
Get this. So we were down at 5 Iron yesterday, right? We were down at 5
Like,
Iron.
I seen you were on you were on with Jeff Iafrate, and I'm like, yeah, I know him. She's like, you know him?
Yeah. Can I get his autograph?
We were down at 5 Iron yesterday. Me, JB, and Jeff were all trying to go get food. We walk out of there, and it's like, you know when you walk into the hotel, there's kind of like I don't know.
The valet
I think it was the
guys,
valet. Yeah, it was the valets. They're sitting out there. Me, JB, Jeff walked all out there. We're like, hey, do you know where we can get food? And he's like, we're all three standing there. He goes, oh, I know you.
Yeah.
I know you. You do a podcast. Woodward Sports, Jeff. He's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you know me. I'm from Woodward Sports.
Yeah,
of course.
No, it's not I'm from Woodward Sports. It's of course you know me. I'm Jeff Iafrate. But we got little Chrissy. We got Mike Gentry. We got Lucas Kloss. The boys are all here. It's a boys Friday. Again.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Easy. Everybody prayers up for Easy. He's dealing with a family emergency right now, and that's why he couldn't make the show.
A legitimate one too. He's not just copping out.
It's not copping out. He's legitimately going through some shit right now. So
love you, Easy.
Please send some prayers out to him and his family.
Sure.
Easy, love you, love everybody that you're associated with, and I hope the best for all of them. So we got done talking about Denzel Mims. These fucking Dream Cruise pieces of shit, bro. If you're on the Dream Cruise, if you're listening to this on your phone on the Dream Cruise, pull up. I got a word. I want to berate you. Pull up. But
Oppenheimer should have been on the Dream Cruise.
Oppenheimer should have been on the Dream Cruise. But we cut Denzel Mims. The Lions cut Denzel Mims. They signed Jason Moore. Can't body, nobody, never really done anything.
Out of University of Finley.
There we go.
You know who got offered by the University of Finley? This man right here.
So you could have been on the Lions.
That's the exact point I was gonna make.
That's
right
fair.
There.
That's
no,
fair.
But hey, I'm not even kidding. Like if you go, I'm not
don't
saying,
hype up
no,
Jason Moore.
No. I'm not. If you guys are bored, I'm not saying these guys. If you want to see some like entertaining film, go just look up Jason Moore Finley. And this dude was like prime Kenny Galladay on the Lions to every team that he played.
Jason Moore?
Yeah.
At the University of Finley?
Yeah,
Who was he playing? Chicago School for the Blind?
He was playing the Tiffin Dragons.
Oh, yeah. Same thing. Like,
no,
so he was mossing you.
That's a dignified.
So he was mossing you.
And Chris Ivory and Nate Washington.
Okay, yeah. So he was mossing Lucas. So that's who we got. The guy who can be Lucas. All right. But this isn't the answer. Right? Jason Moore is not the answer. This is a camp
I would
body.
agree. He's not the answer.
What is the answer for the Lions at wide receiver?
I know we got a special topic later.
We do.
To speak about a certain somebody.
He's sitting on the
Stick around for
couch.
that. But for right now, I know Woodward put this out. Lucas, you were cooking up something too about free agents that are available. Jarvis Landry. Here, I'll go around the room. I'll pitch it and you give me your reaction. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry.
Nah. It's
Okay,
like,
the room in silence.
He's very.
We're
Like,
done with Jarvis
here's the
Landry.
thing. Jarvis
Okay?
Landry,
You go.
like, I think he still could play on any team in the NFL. I just think we have a very much better version of Jarvis Landry and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
We got two Jarvis Landrys.
and even
That's
like,
true.
yeah, like we don't have a like if Jarvis Landry was to be signed by the Lions, I don't know exactly like. You'd expect a guy like Jarvis Landry to start week 1. I don't know whose spot he would take because it's not like you can line him up on the outside and Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be on the inside. And if not, Jahmyr Gibbs is probably going to be on the inside.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
What
just
about
like one of those
Khalif?
things.
We need
That's what I'm saying.
We
Like,
need
dude,
an
yeah,
outside threat. We don't
I'm
need
with
another short, speedy guy. I understand
with you.
that plays to the offense, that plays to Jared Goff's game, but we need someone on the outside who can go up and get a ball. Right now, you're dealing with Marvin Jones, you're dealing with Josh Reynolds, you're not dealing with Denzel Mims anymore. Denzel Mims. I don't know if there is a solution
Are we just
outside of making a trade.
Yeah, that's
Are we
what
just
we're going to get there.
panicking though? Because okay, let's really
We
think
are.
about this.
We are, for sure.
Like we still have Amon-Ra St. Brown. We still have Josh Reynolds. We still have Marvin Jones, who I know Jeff isn't like ecstatic on,
I like
but he's
Marvin
very
Jones.
serviceable.
I like
I love
Marvin.
Marvin Jones for 500-600 yards this year. And then we still have Khalif Raymond, so we're 4 deep. The thing is, yeah, we could probably use an extra one, but I feel like we're all panicking after this Jameson Williams hamstring injury. The man wasn't even going to play the first 6 weeks of
That's
the
fair.
season. His expectations shouldn't change at
That's-
all.
that's-
As far like he pulled his hamstring. Oh, if he was out if he was supposed to be out there against Kansas City and he
Yes.
would be out, that'd probably be a bummer, yeah. But to act like this man is just transitioned into a bust because he pulled his hammy in training camp is just people that already didn't like Jameson Williams piling on to the reason why they don't like it. This should not change the narrative at all.
That is exactly where I'm at with it. 97 won the ticket. Pat Caputo, probably driving his 52 Lincoln down the street right now. He's, well, I think it's time to consider that Jameson Williams isn't it. After the hamstring injury, where he's not going to miss any more games, he was already out 6, Pat. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, Pat, I'm Pat Caputo, and Jameson Williams, it might be time to jump ship on Jameson. Listen, Pat, you didn't have him for the first 6 weeks anyways. Why is this the jumping point? We talked about that yesterday, about how if this is your jumping point, you were waiting for something.
Hey,
you
one point to
wanted
make
it to
though.
happen.
Khalil just said it in the chat. This goes back to I know a lot of people weren't ecstatic about it, but we should have signed DeAndre Hopkins. We're gonna go watch DeAndre Hopkins' career die in Tennessee. When the Lions could have signed him for 1 year, $9-10 million.
You know
and
what?
this whole situation, if it would have happened, even with Jameson Williams coming back, we would have been like, okay, now we have the best wide receiver trio in the NFL. We could have.
I'm a big D-Hop guy. Everyone in the chat, they can reiterate that. I was a big D-Hop guy. I was bring D-Hop to the Lions.
Yep.
He would have been perfect. He would have been
He was a perfect fit.
Not only is he still one of the best receivers in football, because he is. Because in his shortened season last year, he put up, 700 yards?
With
catching
Colt
passes
McCoy
from
and Trace
Colt
McSorley?
McCoy and Trace McSorley.
My God.
Come on, bro. And that guy can do anything.
Yeah, D-Hop, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'll say it if I feel it. I was off on that DeAndre Hopkins take. I'm with you, Lucas. We should have got that mofo.
It's like one of those.
And the only concern I had was, I know this sounds like this is a Pat Caputo take, but hold on.
Thanks for joining
D-Hop
us.
sucks. Brandon Bosley.
Listen, the culture. D-Hop's a big personality.
There is no. When have you ever heard anything
That's what
about
I'm
D-Hop
saying.
being a
The
problem?
steroid
Not
thing,
that
but-
he is a problem, but at least the attention he draws. I didn't know if there would be a distraction, but skill set, dude. There's no excuse. He should have.
No excuse.
Yeah,
I don't care about attention. I don't care about. I want attention.
We already have it. We already have it.
I want opposing defensive coordinators to be like, oh shit, they got DeAndre Hopkins. We got a game plan for that. You know why? Because then Amon-Ra St. Brown goes for 12 catches, 120
Jared
yards.
Alexander would have been shitting in his fucking pants.
Oh, yeah,
if D-Hop
100%.
was signed to the
Now,
Lions.
I have something to say to you because earlier I wanted to wait.
Okay.
You mentioned the wide receiver core, and here you were hyping up Josh Reynolds, hyping up Marvin Jones. Let me tell you something.
Oh, you're going to tell me something?
I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, believe me later. If Amon-Ra
What's the word?
St. Brown gets injured through the first 6 games.
I'm with
Hey, whoa.
Knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on
Put
wood.
those fucking demons on me, Ricky Bobby.
Well, if I don't want him to get hurt, but let's say ankle injury lingers, he's out a couple games.
Okay.
You're telling me Josh Reynolds, Marvin Jones Jr., and leave. Laporta, your Hall of Famer,
Yep.
and then Jahmyr Gibbs. That's what you're walking into.
Hey,
you're confident in that?
I'm not confident, but let's not act like signing.
depth- that's a
But
problem.
if we sign Kenny Galladay, Sammy Watkins, Rashard Higgins, or even Jarvis Landry, I'm not any more confident.
That's fair.
I'd rather go trade for somebody. I think Brad has been kind of careful with his cap to make a trade. I think this is the time.
I would cream my shorts.
God, they're
That
not
would
letting
be-
they're not
damn.
letting go of T. Higgins on the salary they got.
That
him
would
on right now.
that would be.
But
Spenny's
we
right, though.
were kind of thinking of names though, and I was thinking of like a Nico Collins, like on a bad team, like a guy like a big X, like a Nico Collins.
Nico Collins would be nice.
I'm trying to think.
Speaking of gold diggers, what up, Shotty?
Dude, there was.
She's got the
walking on
Jeff
the air.
Iafrate tats going on.
Bro.
But I'm trying to think, who do you guys like off the top of your head, like honestly, like trade targets for the Lions? And in the chat, drop it too. Who would you like to see?
We talked about Cordero Patterson yesterday.
Yeah.
They just re-signed him though.
Yeah, but you're looking at what's his role
He's
going to
getting
be
squeezed
in
out of
Atlanta.
that.
What's
Where
his
do
role
you
gonna
think
be?
he'd really fit though?
Anywhere. With Ben Johnson fucking
Yeah.
marionette pulling
I'm
the
not
strings,
saying
you
you're.
get that
Oh,
kind
you know
of
who'd be
weapon.
perfect? Josh Palmer from the Chargers.
Josh Palmer would be nice.
Josh Palmer
would be
Detroit.
nice.
That would be perfect.
Ooh,
'Cause they
Jeff
just-
Berg. Jeff Berg says Mike Evans.
How much do
Oh
you think
my
Mike Evans would
gosh.
take? Because he wouldn't take a first. I
No,
think he'd
he would
take
not
a second,
take a first.
second to third.
Mike,
Yeah, you're
I
paying
mean,
for
that would
That's
be.
a-
That'd
you're
be
paying for that.
perfect.
that's a fucking dart right there. Mike Evans.
No.
And
The Bucks are-
they're in a place
Bucks
to
are
like
done.
take. Yeah,
The
they're
Bucks
done.
are done.
They got Kyle
Don't
Trask
count
or
out
Baker
Baker.
Mayfield.
The Bucks are done.
Count
I'm
out
counting
Baker.
out
Kyle
Baker
Trask.
Mayfield.
Kyle
I'm
Trask.
counting out Kyle Trask. Wow.
Keep sleeping on Kyle Trask.
Mike Evans would be nice. That would
No,
take
he's bad.
That would take a lot to get him, but
It would be
and
worth it.
these-
Whatever.
Listen, all right, these are us grabbing at straws. All right, it's not gonna happen. We're not gonna trade for Mike
No.
Evans, but Brad Holmes watches the show. It's been proven. Hey, Brad,
The data's there.
call up Bruce Arians. See
Do it.
what's going on with Mike Evans.
Ooh.
Jeff, tell us about Randy Wise.
Let me tell you about Randy Wise because I got a question for you. Even though today's show went a little off the rails, Randy Wise, though, you go over there, you get to golf with guys like a Darren McCarty. How about a Braylon Edwards and Jim Harbaugh? Play golf with
What about
average
Tim
Joes.
McCollum?
I'll tell you more. Thanks to Randy Wise Automotive and Woodward Sports, you will be able to do just that. It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Make the wise choice and pay attention to Woodward Sports for more
Get Ryan
information.
Lentz's shirt.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What up, though, everybody? There's a waterfall going on behind me, but appreciate you for joining the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. Again, shout out to Easy. He's dealing with some family stuff in the hospital right now. Prayers up to Easy and what he's going through. We love you, brother. We hope everything goes okay. Again, you've been texting me. It's going good right now, but we'll see what's going on later. And in his stead, we have the mythical,
the boss,
the unheard of past 3 p.m. at Woodward Sports, Jeff Iafrate.
I'm a ghost.
He's a ghost. We
disappeared.
have my extremely close work colleague, Jeff Iafrate, next to me on stage. We got little Chrissy in the TD booth. We got Mike Gentry, BMG, in the sound booth, and we got the original dog, the Tiffin Dragon, Lucas Sid Vicious Klotz in the mez.
Almost Finley Oiler like Jason Moore.
So we were just talking about fantasies. You know, a T. Higgins, a Mike Evans, like Fantasyland. I hope it happens. Not gonna happen.
Yeah. Jeff gave his fantasy pick at the break.
He did.
Don't say fantasy.
No, see, I was gonna say, realistically, people still available.
Yes.
We talked about Jarvis Landry. We talked about Rashad Higgins a little bit. Julio Jones, you need a walker to bring him into the practice facility.
He needs a trainer following him at all times. But
Mike, this guy Jeff, I had it in the chat because I said, or in the prep, I said, we're really not doing this, are we? Jeff goes, oh, look at my fucking tattoo. What about Kenny Galladay? Plead your case for Kenny Galladay, please. Tell me how many catches and touchdowns he had last year, and then plead your case for Kenny Galladay.
If we're going off last year, you know what? Then this is not going to cook. All right, last year, he obviously, nowhere to be found. I think he had 1 touchdown catch, if I'm not mistaken. That was over Darius Slay.
Darius Slay, yeah.
But I'll tell you why. Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, you're thinking.
Hold on. I got a question for you.
All right.
Kenny Galladay's stock at one point in Detroit.
Yes.
All right, with a quarterback in Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm. And a wide receiver across from him, Marvin Jones.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I'll get to that in a second, who he's going to be playing with. But thank you, Lucas.
Okay.
Sorry, I blew his
hold on. He 2 seasons, 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards, and then was hurt in that last year before, of course, he didn't bring him back. Went to New York, had 500 yards, over 500 yards, and 37 catches, right? So decent, underperformed. They paid him a lot of money. Last year, whatever, didn't work out. This stock, Kenny Galladay is at the lowest price right now possible. You just throw a little, hey, there you go, buddy. Take this offer.
The guy was showing up drunk to training camp,
Well,
bro.
he was unhappy for the Giants. He played for a quarterback that had 15 touchdown passes.
Okay, and why didn't Kenny catch more?
Because
are you saying Daniel Jones is trash? Is that what you're saying?
No, Jeff loves Daniel Jones.
He's trash. I don't like Daniel Jones.
He's not trash.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's not trash.
He's trash enough to get a $45 million contract.
No, that's that's a whole nother topic. But Kenny Galladay at a vet minimum, you throw a bag at him, little small bag. What is that going to do? It comes in. If
it's going to make me mad.
Why? You just mentioned earlier you got a big body receiver on the outside. There you go, a guy.
I want a big body receiver that can create separation.
And you don't have to
listen.
You don't have to give anything up. You don't have to give anything up.
Listen, as much
you don't have to give anything up.
You have to give up my sanity. That's what you got to give up.
If we were to sign Kenny Galladay for like $5 million, I'd be irate. But at this point, I'd be afraid. I don't know. Either way, I'm not going to spend my time thinking about that. I would be content, but here's the thing where it's like I never think this will happen because the second Kenny Galladay drops a ball at Ford Field, the stadium is going to go nuts. There's going to be people, even if we sign him for a dirt cheap Brad discount, people are still going to be pissed, and I think Brad knows that. Oh yeah, look at this guy.
My brother out there. Warning, flee from the wrath to come.
Is that? And a dude in a scooter in the middle of the street?
Jeff, is that the same guy we've seen earlier?
Yeah, we got a Saudi prince on a scooter in the middle of the street. And we got how can you escape the damnation of hell? Repent to be converted. Oh, man. The freaks are out on Woodward. I'm not talking about in a good way.
But me and Jeff seen that exact same guy.
There's no way this guy's going down Woodward on an electric scooter.
That guy was there for the preseason game. You remember we saw him at the preseason
Oh
game.
yeah, he was screaming with the microphone.
That guy makes his rounds.
Now,
Yeah.
for people who don't know, it's a man holding up a sign that has some religious things listed. He's
big
got
Jesus
a
guy.
big old blowhorn, whatever it's called, air horn.
Shout out to
blowhorn.
Cruz.
I would rather have a 75-minute conversation with that guy than re-sign Kenny Galladay.
Okay, well, I'll tell you the Kenny Galladay stuff. Why? I know you have something personal with Kenny, but you talked about the Ford Field thing.
It's nothing personal.
The dude
was good for the Lions.
The dude struggled in New York. Like, you think he can't handle a
Every
place he's
wide
already
receiver
comfortable
struggle-
with?
Every wide
Like,
receiver.
New York's like, you don't think he was getting talked to
Name the
in New
wide
York.
receivers that struggled in New York.
Sterling Shepard because
Okay.
of injury.
Yeah, injury.
You could say Kadarius Toney, his ceiling was definitely not matched. Golden Tate was somewhat successful.
Golden Tate was washed.
But at that point, he got traded for a third-round pick, and my heart was ripped out when we let go of Golden Tate. Golden Tate was still productive there, but they've never even had a wide receiver there. So when you throw in
Exactly.
but that's what I'm saying is they've never really had a wide receiver there. So the culture in the room there, it's not going to be anything that you expect.
They've never had a wide receiver there, so you have a guy coming off of his rookie contract who was doing these big things in Detroit. You expect him to go in there and do something. He did. It's not like he didn't do. It's not like he didn't perform up to his level in Detroit. It's not like he didn't look like an all-right receiver. He didn't do anything.
I get that, and I'm not saying you're wrong there, but I'm saying you're going from an offense where Matthew Stafford was throwing up prayers to him every other play to an offense that threw the ball like 15 yards on the field max. Like, it wasn't a fit, and he was never fit in New York.
I love that you say that. I love that you say that. So is Jared Goff in this offense going to be throwing up 50-yard prayers to Kenny Galladay?
You don't need to sign him for that. You need to sign him for a vet minimum.
How many times?
Dude,
like
you need a fucking DJ Chark, dude.
All I'm saying,
we have Marvin.
hold on,
That's where
hold on.
that's going.
Oh my god.
We have Marvin.
Dude, Kenny Galladay got Marvin Jones' production last year, his first year in New York playing with Daniel Jones. And Marvin Jones did it with Trevor Lawrence. So let's relax for a second.
Trevor Lawrence, he was the third option.
Kenny Galladay was asked to be that dude for a team, and Kenny Galladay, quite frankly, just isn't that dude. But he'd come here and be behind Amon-Ra, behind a Jameson when he gets back. He's just out there. He's getting like, what, the third best corner, and he's just running streak routes. If he's open, you got a guy.
Yeah.
He's better than Denzel Mims.
I agree with you there.
Right now, Mims couldn't even. Dude, and I want to ask you, did you see one highlight from training camp with Denzel Mims?
No.
I don't believe I saw
The only report on
What's the
Mims
last Kenny Galladay highlight you saw in a year and a half?
Why I saw some in Allen Park when he was here, but he's
That
only
was like
29.
3 years
But
ago.
He's only 29. He's not old, right? You throw it, it'd be cheap. It's a flyer at him. I don't know what the risk is. Low risk. That's Brad Holmes' type of MO, right? You don't have to risk anything. You don't have to give anything up. You had to give a little conditional
We're on the
pick up
same side here, Jeff.
for Denzel
we got
Mims.
arguing over the DJ.
And you didn't lose that conditional pick. He didn't give up anything for Denzel Mims.
It was fair.
He
but
got
for
it back.
Kenny Galladay, you just say, "Come here, come here."
Are you gonna do that?
Take
Are
this
you gonna
one-year
ask for the
flyer.
puppy?
But-
It's a cute little nice pit bull puppy, and then when you give it the biscuit, it bites your hand because Kenny Galladay sucks.
But we can all admit here
Sucks.
that Kenny Galladay is like the definition of not a Brad Holmes guy. Like, Kenny Galladay is not getting signed
1,000%.
here. Like, I think what you would get him for and the price that would come at would be like a bargain, what he could potentially be. But Brad Holmes is not going to take that bargain. So I think we can all say officially, even if you think it'd be like me and Jeff think it'd be beneficial.
Who would you rather have, Kenny Galladay or Sammy Watkins?
Sammy,
right
without a doubt.
Oh yeah, Sammy.
Yeah. And Sammy Watkins is giving you, what, 5 good weeks? Maybe.
Now that's the other part of it.
But
He's going off week one. He's going off week one.
He's going
Yeah,
off
but-
week one. He is always the highest scoring player in fantasy week one. He's going for 45 fantasy points week one.
I love this one. I'm a bad mofo sucks too. Why is this a conversation? Which one of these guys' parents own this show? This is the only way this could be possible. Well, I'll tell you.
Hey, I'm a bad mofo sucks too. You can suck 2 of these nuts, boy. None of my parents own this show.
And I'll tell you, the Lions. Amon-Ra's injured, or he's coming back. He's doing better. Jameson's injured. You were talking about a wide receiver market that's free agents, dude. I mean, that's related to the conversation. But thank you for the view.
I like this one better.
Hit the like
I like
button,
this
though,
one
please.
better. K. Rye in the Woodward Sports Chat. Kenny Galladay has a tiny pecker.
Well, does he know?
I mean,
does he
you
know?
can make assumptions.
Do you know something, K-Ride, that we don't?
It definitely shrunk in New York.
Ken says Antonio Brown. Would
No
you rather
way.
have Kenny Galladay
You think
or
Brad
Antonio
Holmes
Brown?
for a
Galladay,
second
dude.
would sign Antonio Brown? You were smoking whatever
Yeah.
Antonio Brown is smoking, because I
Not-
guarantee you.
not a chance.
Take a
Absolutely
flyer.
not.
Lucas Klotz or Kenny Galladay?
Lucas Klotz, without a doubt.
Come on,
Lucas
Spenny.
Klotz without-
Spenny!
Lucas has that dog in him.
No.
But that's,
Dude, Lucas is getting... Dude, you're getting just destroyed at the line of scrimmage, dude.
Dude,
You're not even
so
going to be able to
quick
get
story.
off.
This is how I know.
Jerry Jacobs
This
is
like-
locking you down.
I knew in high school, obviously every kid has a dream of going pro. But I knew high school. My junior year, I got invited to a camp down in Florida, and Lamar Jackson was there. I dropped a pass from Lamar Jackson. Check that off the box. But there was a 5-star corner, and he plays at the U right now. His name is Al Blades Jr. This motherfucker picked me off my feet at the line of scrimmage and threw me on my back in front of like tons of 4 or 5-star recruits, and that's when I knew. I was like, I'll go D2.
Would you rather have Maz or Kenny Galladay?
Dude, I'm for the Kenny Galladay.
I'm taking Maz.
Yeah, because
Maz has the heart, man.
I would like to see Maz at like fullback, dude.
If you take Maz's heart and you put it in Kenny Galladay's body, that's the ultimate receiver.
Maz had a temper tantrum on E&E today. Dude, there was some mic issues. He was sitting right here. Maz was not happy.
Maz deserves more, man. Maz deserves everything. I love Maz. This is one of my favorite people at the network. He deserves everything.
Hey, and look at this. Ryan's Lions. Getting rid of Galladay was one of the first things Holmes and Campbell did when they got here. But guess what?
And it was one of the best decisions they've made in their tenure.
Not paying him, I agree with you, absolutely. Lindsey Hunter came back to the Pistons.
Hey, John Fisher says Lucas Klotz equals Matt Holmes guy.
I'm not saying. Hey, I'm not trying to see championship or nothing. But hey, he can come back. But it'd be for a flyer. It'd be cheap.
John Fisher says Lucas Klotz equals Brad Holmes.
That's what I'm saying.
You're definitely a Brad Holmes.
You signed me to a vet minimum. I'm gonna tear the practice squad up. I'm gonna give them the best look that starting defense has ever seen in their life.
You versus Stephen Gilmore. Who's winning that rep?
Listen, you give me a year of training. I'm putting on better than Denzel Mims in training camp.
Who would you rather see on the outside going against Kansas City week 1? Dylan Drummond or Kenny Galladay?
Dylan Drummond. Dude, Dylan Drummond's nice. I get that in the preseason game.
You're talking a guy it'll be his first game in the NFL, and he's playing in a huge game. So if we're talking like in Arrowhead, yeah, maybe for just Kenny Galladay would just walk in and be ready. I don't know. Dylan Drummond, I like him.
Would Kenny Galladay just walk in and be ready?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what?
You got his trainer on speed dial? How do you know what kind of shape he's in right now? The man didn't work out. He didn't show up. He was coming in hungover to training camp and games.
I'm just saying, for Dylan Drummond, it's lack of experience. All I'm saying. I like Dylan Drummond.
I'm saying Dylan Drummond's more ready to play today than Kenny Galladay is.
He'll make a bigger impact.
I'd take that to the bank.
Yeah, probably. He's been able to build up rapport too. So
what's Kenny Galladay doing right now? He's chilling on his couch watching.
You don't know that.
Narcos.
Hey, we're going to break, but comment. Get Kenny Galladay or Dylan Drummond. Just answer the question.
Dylan Drummond without a question, bro.
Okay.
Without a question.
I'm just saying.
Chris, make a poll. You can unpin my comment and then make that poll. But first, let me tell you guys.
Venmo has
But Venmo has Venmo Rags. $400 for the fixed laptop. Kind of hurting me. But Planet Fitness, it's where you can go to get beefy. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone. You can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes and a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, or you can upgrade to the Black Card for $24.99 and get the use of all the amenities.
I didn't know they had beef at Planet Fitness. They got a lot of beef.
They got all the beef at Planet. That's where you go to get the beef, is at Planet Fitness. So to join, you can go in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Good, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
How would you like to win a $100K cash trip with the boys to Vegas? Take your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's Citron Energy. Drink it and live it. You can purchase a 24-pack today for your chance to win, or you can get it at your local Meijer store. Citron, the healthier energy drink with great taste and the choice of people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best version of themselves. DrinkCitron.com/Vegas for more information.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review.
5-star.
Easy is not with us today. He is dealing with a family emergency, so please send your prayers and thoughts to him and his family as he goes through this. Easy, we love you, brother. We hope everything's okay.
Yes,
in his stead, we have the esteemed, the iconic, the unforgettable Jeff Iafrate sitting in the chair next to me. We got Chris Platte, Lil Chrissy in the TD booth.
Where did Lil Chrissy come from?
we got Mike Gentry, BMG in the audio booth, and the Tiffin Dragon himself, Lucas Klotz in the Maz chair. We just got done talking about Kenny Galladay.
Well, Mike, are you? I haven't heard your thoughts. Where are you at?
I used to like Kenny Galladay. If you can get him at the right price, I wouldn't hate it, honestly.
Yeah, Mike.
Jeff knew I'd like Kenny Galladay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Chris, what are you feeling about Kenny Galladay?
Boo that man.
Boo that man. Always got my back. Chris, #1 rider. Fuck you guys. Kenny Galladay sucks.
Right, betting Chris, you guys think Dylan Drummond will have 2,000-yard seasons in his career? I'm just asking.
Do you think Kenny Galladay's going to have a 1,000-yard season next year?
No.
I'm not talking about the past. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about right now.
I'm just saying. You love Dylan Drummond. I'm curious.
We're talking about right now.
Never played a snap in the NFL. I'm curious.
We're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Is Kenny Galladay...
Right now, Dylan Drummond has never played a snap in the NFL.
Is Kenny Galladay the same receiver he was when he got his 2,000-yard receiving seasons?
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Lucas is muted, by the way. Unmute that man. The people need to hear him. Yeah, we can stop talking about Kenny Galladay. We'll talk about who's on the team right now. Because now I want to know. It's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is the preseason game.
Yes, sir.
Versus
1 o'clock.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. What are your expectations? What are you looking for? What do you want to see out of the second preseason game?
I know it sounds repetitive, but I'm looking at the wide receivers. That's a big part of it. Especially no starters expected to play. Some of the rookies probably not going to play. I don't know if Sam Laporta's ruled out. I would like to see Sam. I think he needs some of these reps.
They said some of the rookies won't play.
I bet Gibbs. I bet Campbell will play a little bit.
So I'm looking at that wide receiver core. I mean, Dylan Drummond, your guy. Listen.
Your guy.
Stop throwing shade at Dylan Drummond, bro.
Saying,
all eyes
you got
on
vendetta to Dylan
You
Drummond.
caused this. Yeah, Dylan Drummond. Looking to see him, obviously. But the depth. I want to see Denzel Mims. He's hurt. He's gone. So that's over. But I'm talking about the wide receivers. Another part of this, maybe the defensive line. You get some of those other guys in there. You want to check out the depth there. DBs, of course, but I'm more so wide receiver core, defensive line. That's where my eyes are keyed in on, at least for this preseason.
Obviously, wide receiver core is the #1. You want to see Dylan Drummond go out there and put up Kenny Galladay-esque numbers. You want to see Dylan Drummond go out there, have a good day. Chase Cota, he had a good day in the first preseason game. You want to see him continue that. Maurice Alexander, I'd like to see him be as explosive as he was in that first preseason game. But I think you hit it on the head with that defensive line.
Yeah.
That rotation, those edge rushing rotations, that is a spot where somebody good is going to get cut.
Yep.
And it could be a battle between brothers to see who makes the roster. How crazy is that?
And I don't want. I said this I think I said this last week or a couple days ago. I'm like, you got to find a way to keep all of these guys in this defensive line. Like, I want Julian and Romeo. Yeah. So like, it's tough. I mean, you got a lot of guys. Benito Jones had a sack last week. He's on the cut watch, but he's cut. But still, it's got to be the defensive line. It has to.
It has to be defensive line. This is the deepest position the Lions have. Is the defensive line.
Yeah.
You've got so many guys that, like, you have a guy with a 10.5 sack season in his career.
Yep.
Playing in the fourth quarter of the first week of preseason.
Big time.
Like, this is there are going to be some good players cut.
Oh, yeah, and that's how it is. And that's why part of this with the whole wide receiver stuff, you might just wait till cuts and see if you can pick up somebody, too.
That's a good point.
The other part, I'll be looking at offensive line depth. That's a problem. I mean, Nate Sudfeld stinks. I'm not trying to defend that man because we already talked about him. He stinks.
Total ass water.
But the offensive line, though, was bad last week. So that's another part of it. Because if Frank goes down, I'll say it. The biggest loss, I think, on offense would be Frank.
I want to know what
besides Jared, of course.
I want to know what Big Tiff is looking for.
Listen.
Talk to me, Tiff.
I'm really high. I kind of talked on E&E earlier. I'm really high on to see what Derek Barnes is like. So I want to see between Derek Barnes and Malcolm Rodriguez who plays better, because really they're fighting for that. At least at week 1, you'd imagine that like LB3 spot. Now I think both of these guys are going to make the roster, but Derek Barnes I expect to kind of like see some juice out of Derek Barnes this year. We saw it out of Rodrigo last year. We saw it out of Anzalone. But I see Anzalone kind of losing that spot midway through the season. It's going to be one of these two guys, in my opinion. Derek Barnes is much more athletic than Malcolm Rodriguez, but Malcolm Rodriguez is definitely going to give you more production. So I think if we see Derek Barnes have a consistent preseason and early on when he gets his reps in the regular season, if he shows out, I think there's like a good chance when we make the playoffs, when we're week 17, 18, Derek Barnes could be on the field starting right next to Jack Campbell. So I'm interested to see how he plays.
Okay, I like that.
Anzalone's getting squeezed out, man.
Yeah, I think so, and it's just
slowly
like
he's getting squeezed out.
The man, I mean,
a matter of time.
he had a fantastic year last year. Not fantastic. He had a great year last year, but he was a career backup.
Right.
And he came into the weakest wide receiver or linebacking core in the NFL, and he went out there and he made plays. Now you have guys that
now
are
it's like
living up to potential.
There's a lot of depth there, dude.
I wouldn't call it a strength.
Well,
just
not
yet.
a strength, but I'll say depth.
Like
Malcolm Rodriguez.
You've got 4 solid linebackers.
Yeah.
4 solid linebackers. Chris, what are you looking forward to?
I thought we were going back to because there's an easy solution to this defensive depth. Like if you want to just keep the defensive depth, just cut Goff. Like you're good. Just cut Goff. You're good. Teddy Two Gloves.
Teddy Two Gloves going in.
No, I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching the linebacker battle as well. I need to see that room. I need to see that shakeout. I want to see progress from Jack Campbell, and I want to also see like Lucas said, Barnes and Malcolm. I want to see how that's going to shake out, because I think that's where the most questions for me lie right now defensively. Besides the depth of like who's getting cut on the line, to me it's that linebacker room. It's who are we going to see it where. That's really.
I want to address this. Apollo, he says y'all slow as ASL. Anzalone is our best linebacker, and I'll tell you one thing, okay, Apollo, and this is why he's your best linebacker, because a lot of people have recency bias, and Spencer already talked about it. Career year last year, but don't listen to us. Listen to Brett Holmes. He's taking a linebacker in both of these drafts. So like at 2 of the 3. So he's taking linebackers. Malcolm Rodriguez, he took 2 that draft too. So again, it's not us saying Anzalone stinks, but dude, like
he doesn't stink. He's good.
He's all right.
He's solid.
But they're drafting linebackers for a reason. You took one at 18, man. Like they want to replace Anzalone. I mean, he's not getting any younger.
Yeah. Tell me, would you rather see Anzalone and Jack Campbell, or Jack Campbell and Malcolm Rodriguez / Derek Barnes?
Yeah, and those guys they hope to be better than Anzalone, obviously. But,
Gentry, what are you looking for?
No, I said the defensive line, but you could also bring up the linebackers. Like you said, Derek Barnes has had a big camp, and you obviously want to see him to continue to progress. But I'm still going the defensive line, like Jeff alluded to. There's so much depth at that position, so you really got to see who's going to win those spots out. So defensive line's at the top of my list, but linebacker right behind it, and obviously you got to pay attention to the wide receivers.
Yeah, we got to pay attention to the wide receivers. Maybe Jason Moore comes in here and he's putting the world on notice. Balling like he did against the Tiffin Dragons. You never know. But I think there is a lot of things you got to look forward to. They said the starters aren't going to play. They said a lot of the rookies will get rested. What rookies do you think are going to play in this game? Do you think Brian Branch will get some snaps?
I think Brian Branch should. I would love to see him out there. Sam Laporta, to me, on offense, he has to. Antoine Green, those guys, they have to play. Colby Sorsdahl, he's interesting. I like Colby. He has to be out there. But Jameer though, we see it. I don't need to see Jameer out there. I mean, they want to get him out there to get at least take some hits in the preseason, but I don't need to see Jameer Gibbs. Yeah, I'll say that.
Apollo says Anzalone starter in all caps in the Woodward Sports Chat. Yeah, duh.
Yeah. I just think there's definitely a potential for him to lose a spot.
Yes,
sure.
He is not. It's not like the dude is a locked-in, solidified linebacker in any NFL team. No, he is a guy, and like I said, he had a great year last year.
He's a Teddy Bridgewater at the linebacker.
He is a Teddy Bridgebacker.
And they re-signed him. They re-signed him just for stability. You get a guy at the position you trust, but there's a reason he keeps drafting linebackers. Eventually, your hope is these guys are better, and if you don't agree with that, I don't know what to tell you. But Anzalone, yes, he'll be a starter, but we'll see. We'll see what Derek Barnes' progress looks like.
If Derek Barnes can take that leap, he's got more talent.
And you want that. He's a Brett Holmes draft pick. Yes. If he takes Anzalone's spot, I'm happy. I'm good.
Sam Laporta better play for Lucas, says Jack Harrington. I don't think Sam Laporta is going to see the field.
I don't either. I think it's just one of those things where it's he dropped a ball. but he's also been making plays every training camp practice, where it's just like one of those things where it's like, okay, he dropped it.
And he only got, 2 series?
Yeah,
in that
Jamar
first game?
Chase, his rookie year, dropped every pass his preseason. I'm not saying he's going to be have the hands or anything like that compared to Jamar Chase, but the fact is, it's like, if you're going to judge a guy off his preseason completely, then it's just fine. You'll just have to learn to be wrong.
Bodie Collection says Brock Wright is tight end number 1. Don't get it twisted.
Oh my God.
You're in for a rude awakening.
I just want to ask, defending Anzalone, and again, we're not even coming at Anzalone, but we're just saying the linebacker core eventually should overtake Anzalone's spot. Defending Brock Wright, what the hell's going on?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know.
They got to be trolling.
Brock Wright, Anzalone? That's the hill we're dying on today?
Brock Wright had an amazing play where he schemed open by Ben Johnson on 4th and 2 in New York. And he did amazing after when he got the ball in his hands and the run after
rumbling, bumbling,
was great.
stumbling.
But let's not sit up here and act like Brock Wright is truly somebody to be a tight end 1. Shane Zylstra caught 3 touchdowns against Carolina. Is he a tight end 1? Well, absolutely not. No, you drafted Sam Laporta in the 2nd round. You got James Mitchell behind him. And if you want to put Brock Wright in between them, great, because he can probably block better than both of them.
Right.
But to act like this man would ever sniff tight end 1 when you have the talent in that tight end room is insane.
No, Sam Laporta's the tight end 1. That's why he only got 2 series in the first week of preseason. That's why he's probably not going to play a snap in this week of preseason.
I'll tell you one thing. I've seen more Sam Laporta tape than I've seen of Brock Wright in all this training camp.
Brock Wright's probably going to be out there against the Jaguars.
Sam Laporta's that dude.
Brock Wright will probably be out there against the Jaguars.
Yeah, now we're going to hear, Brock Wright, tight end 1 season.
No.
James Mitchell, too. Hey, you got a bet for a hundo, don't you?
Yeah.
With Jesse Adams.
Yeah, but I'm confident that if we're going to act like James Mitchell is going to have more receiving tight end or touchdowns than Sam Laporta.
Wait. That
was
the bet?
I think it was for the first
4
3
games.
Yeah.
That's
3 games?
Yeah.
Ooh.
James Mitchell caught 1
some...
touchdown last year.
He was injured.
He was?
He's still going to probably see the field the same amount.
That's fair. I don't know. But Jeff, tell us about Swiss Insurance.
Let me tell you about them. Swiss Insurance, and I'll tell you why. Planning or sponsoring a golf outing this year? Well, Swiss Insurance can help you do that. Ask them about the hole-in-one putting contest and $1 million shootout coverage. For a very affordable amount, you can give away a huge prize like $10,000 or a new car. Help build your business with big ideas. Check out Swiss today, SwissINS.com, or call Mark at 248-800-4177. Swiss Insurance.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Can't get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment sales, service, and parts, carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more, servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave a 5-star review. Again, shout out. Oh, well, she's dead. Again, shout out to Easy. He's dealing with a family situation. We hope everything's going well for your brother.
Yes, sir.
In his stead, we have the iconic, the unreachable, the
pinnacle.
The pinnacle of excellence when it comes to sport broadcasting, the one and only Jeff Iafrate. Show the tat off for the people.
Dude.
Just let them see. Let them see what you did. Let them see what you did.
It's like a shame.
Where you were and what happened. Because he came, he saw, and he conquered.
Except for this morning.
Except for this morning. Yeah,
we did not conquer this
We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay,
We've got Lil Chrissy in the TD booth. We've got
Lil Chrissy.
Big Mike Gentry on the ones and twos. And the Tiffin Dragon himself. I don't know if he was wide receiver or the mascot. The dog. Lucas Claus in the match chair. So what happened this morning?
Oh yeah, that was bad.
I was,
Chico said Jeff Baby Nuts Iafrate.
We used to call a
Streak stain
cornerback in high school. We had a cornerback. He was a little guy. We called him Baby Nuts, but he went up and made plays, bro. Shout out my boy Terrell. I'm telling
Baby
you,
Nuts. Where did he get that, Nick? Why?
I started calling him Baby Nuts because he's a little guy. He was like probably like 5'8", 5'9", playing corner. He was a lockdown corner though against Clausen. They had like a 6'4" receiver. And Baby Nuts was locked up on him all game.
Baby
like seatbelt.
Seatbelt. 3 plays in a row, red zone plays. They throw fades to this guy, 6'3". He goes up. He's got his full body up here. You see Baby Nuts' arm come up, swat the ball down 3 times in a row.
Is this a movie?
Shit was legendary, bro.
I'm routing Baby Nuts up.
Yeah,
Some like Mike
he'd
stuff,
lock your
dude.
ass down. So what happened?
Yeah, so this morning was interesting.
See what happened
we set up. We're at Links in Novi.
Shout out D-Mac.
Yeah, for D-Mac's golf outing. Shout out to D-Mac. Much love to him. It was a great outing. A lot of people were there. Rob Sims was there. We were set up. JB, man, you guys don't understand how valuable JB is.
JB is the GOAT.
Yes. Like, there's no argument. End of story. He's the GOAT. Along with Lucas. I mean, these guys are putting in work early.
All right.
We showed up early. Got there, set up everything. It was going smooth. And then we had one issue.
I fought for this issue.
Yeah, you did fight for it, but we had to use.
I got into it.
We had to use their internet. Now you're probably thinking, why the hell would you use their internet? Yeah, you're right. I don't know why. It was a disaster, and the stream was buffering. I was pissed, and usually I don't really get frustrated, but I was pretty frustrated. I mean, I told Lucas an hour in. I'm like, just cut it, dude. Like, this is pointless. It's pissing people off more than they're enjoying it. But Monday, we'll have a bounce-back show, I promise you.
Golfers, get to your carts.
But you know what's interesting, though? I proposed an alliance with Big D to D-Mac. I said this. I said, listen, I know you guys have been taking heat on the show, right? You guys don't, nothing works. It's unfortunate. E&E always has the greatest everything. Everything's all set up. We've been taking some L's the last 2 days.
So it's all of us versus the final word?
Listen. There's a war coming at Woodward
Sports.
A civil war. Because
Winter's
it was
coming.
bad, but E&E was, hey, you're at the studio, E&E's at the studio, it was all smooth.
We were supposed to be at the studio anyways. We didn't even get the invite. Heavyweight's the fucking redheaded stepchild of the network.
Wow. That's facts.
We don't even get invited
facts.
places. Yeah. When we do, they're like, oh, we close at 5, so you guys got to go home. It's like, oh, all right, fuck me, right? It's like, I got to drive back here at 4:30 to do my shit live at 5. We're on board. I'm just ready for a fight regardless. So whoever it is, but I'm on D-Mac's side.
Yeah,
no, I got D-Mac and Neil's backs.
100%. So the big D, we'll talk about that after the show. We'll talk that off the air. Some alliance we're talking about. But yeah, it was unfortunate. I was pissed off. The people were obviously annoyed with it. We deleted the stream, of course. But yeah, no one hates missing a show more than me. I mean, we just essentially it was a throwaway. And we prep for everything. We take it serious, and then it's hey,
give me one of your preps. Let's do one of your topics.
Yeah. Pull it up, Jeff.
Give me your best topic that we haven't covered. Fucking pull your prep out and put it on the table, bro.
Take your best topic.
I want to see your big old prep right on the table.
Worst to first.
Worst to first.
And there's teams.
Spenny's going Texans for sure.
You want to put this graphic? I'll send it to Chris.
Yeah, send that graphic to Chris.
Worst to first.
Send that graphic to Chris. Because there's always one.
Put it in the heavyweight Slack.
There's always one. That is true.
There's always one.
That is true.
Yeah, put it in the heavyweight Slack. There's always one team in the NFL that goes worst to first in their division. Now, there are easy picks. I'm going to say the Jets. Like, the Jets would be an easy pick. Baltimore would be an easy pick. But you already said it.
Shut up, dude.
There's
no path for this to happen.
Keep your eyes on those Houston Texans.
No.
I don't think they're going to go worst to first. If I had to put my money on it, I'm not putting my money on the Houston Texans to go worst to first. But I think they'll win 8 games.
No, I sent it to Chris. You'll see this graphic, and we'll take our vote.
A team full of dogs. What do you mean?
Start naming them.
D'Amico Ryan's at the helm. I don't got a laptop.
Wait, I was busy. You said the Houston Texans are going worst to first?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
If I'm picking
he came
one,
off that horse apparently.
If I'm putting one, That was my fucking dart toss, worst to first.
That's
if I'm putting money on it, I'm not gonna say the Houston Texans because they got the Jaguars.
You told me numerous times.
Yeah, because I'm fucking kicking you in the nuts because you got Trevor Lawrence's cock in your mouth. I'm talking about. If I'm putting money on it, if I have to put one out there, it would be the Jets.
So the Ravens.
The Jets or the Ravens are the two that are like, all right, these guys
the
can actually happen.
What about?
I can see the Ravens for real.
And I'm just throwing this out there. What about the Falcons?
I mean, that division is a complete shit show.
Now, I'd probably go Panther. I like the Panthers winning that division. That's like an
also
underdog.
A complete shit show division.
But that division is bad. You got it? Okay, here's the graphic. Now, this just dates back and throughout the years of worst to first teams.
Jags.
Yep. Most recently, it was the Jags. 2020,
these are the teams.
Bengals.
Yeah, okay.
2019, it was the Washington Commanders. And then, obviously, it goes Bears and so on and so forth. But the question is, who will it be this year? Out of all the division, last in all the divisions, who's coming out first? Is it Clayton Tune and the Cardinals, Lucas? Your response?
No.
Okay.
Him and Greg Dortch aren't doing anything.
Okay, just making sure. Wow, won't even support his guy. That's weird.
Well,
you're with him till you're not with him.
No, I'm with him. I think he still could be solid, but they're just going to draft Caleb Williams next year.
All right, who else do we got?
And I will say this too, to your take about the Jets. Like usually, I love crapping on Aaron Rodgers, but I think that if you're talking a team that could do it, the other team I would add in there, the Browns.
The Browns? No.
They were last in their division. You don't think Deshaun Watson returns to that form? They got pieces.
Oh yeah, it's not the Ravens, it's the Browns.
The Browns.
Yeah. It's possible.
But I like the Jets, though. But that division's stacked, though. That division's stacked.
The Browns' defense is so mid.
The Browns' defense is pretty mid, but they've got some ballers on that defense.
Yeah, but
they're top heavy.
It's like the Chargers, where it's like they have a star and then they have a nobody
they're
right
extremely top heavy. Yeah. Extremely top heavy. Who else do we got? What other options do we got?
So we went through the Jets, the Browns, the Texans, which you love, but you also don't love. You're like half loving them. You're catching feelings. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm flirting with the Texans.
You're flirting with the Texans.
Texans a little baggy sitting in the corner. Like,
what about the Broncos?
What's up, baby?
Broncos.
No, fuck no.
No, all right.
Not a chance. They're not going to
Sean
be better.
Payton, Russell Wilson.
They're not going to be better than the Chiefs or the Chargers.
I think they'll be better than the Chargers.
You think the Broncos will be better than the Chargers? How much better?
Not like.
I mean, Brandon Staley's fucking ass, but the Chargers have a dog-ass roster.
See, and how about this? I can see the Broncos winning 9-10 games, and I could see the Chargers, for whatever reason, just winning 8-9 games. I could see them winning by being a game or two better.
But they're not beating the Chiefs either way.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
so no
we agree there. Okay, Commanders? Hell no. Hell no.
Commanders? No. Sam Howell.
Bears?
No.
Well, you already know how that's going to go.
No
Bears.
Lions are winning the division.
Falcons we covered, and then the Cardinals, which Lucas won't claim. But out of all those teams, I'd probably go Jets or Browns. Jets or Browns. In DNC, shout out to you. He said Browns plus 400, Jets plus 250.
Browns plus 400, Jets plus 250
to win that division. Better odds, maybe a sneaky pick.
The Browns don't have the stones to win the AFC
Oh my God!
North.
Here you go, and something that you can't measure. You got the.
You know what I can
That's
measure?
true. You can measure the stones. You can measure the stones. England measures in stones. Like literally, that's how you can
imagine.
measure.
Riddle me this, Jeff. If instead of the Lions were in the AFC North, they were, or in the NFC North, they're in the AFC North.
Oh,
do you think they would win that division?
No.
Because they have the same culture as the Lions. They have a better quarterback.
I would take, but if you're talking Browns versus Lions right now,
who are you taking out of the North to put the Lions in?
In the NFC North?
AFC. No, they're going
we'll
to
sub out
Steelers.
Yeah.
No, you're subbing out the Browns for the Lions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're talking what? You just confused me.
So the Lions
are in the Browns' place.
So they're not better than the Bengals. The Ravens, the Bengals, and the Steelers.
Do you think the Lions are winning that division?
The Bengals are winning that division.
And I think we can all agree that the Browns are better, or the Lions are better than the Browns.
I don't know.
I can agree with that.
Come on, man.
I'm not saying it.
All I know is Nick Chubb.
It's closer than we think, bro. You're actually like I get we're Lions fans, but
I know
we're just better than the Browns,
I think the Lions are probably like.
They got top what?
As of right now,
line?
probably like the 8th best team. I'd put the Browns at like the 10th.
So who's your worst to first? Is it the Browns?
Well, those odds.
You think they're going to be better than the Bengals?
Well, if you break up the Jets, you got Bills, Dolphins. Like Tua has to get knocked out, and I'm trying to be insensitive here, but something has to happen to Tua for the Dolphins or for the Jets to get this to be better than them.
Yeah.
So you're telling me Bills, Dolphins, and then the AFC North, it's Bengals and Ravens. They have to jump. Oh, here we go.
Water.
Chasing my water. But
I'll ask you and Lucas this.
I think the Jets can jump the Dolphins and the Bills. Yes,
but
I think the Bills are cooked.
No way. Okay, that's where we need to slow the roll. That's where I'll draw. What do you mean by cooked? What do you mean by cooked?
Championship window cooked. Their best chance to win a championship was last year.
Do you think it's because of the team that's there or the teams that are now around them?
I think it's both. The team around them is the AFC is a juggernaut.
Yeah,
they haven't proven they can beat. They've never proven they can beat the top of the AFC for Josh Allen's tenure, and now it's even better and even more stacked.
That's fair, but okay, they have competed very highly with the Chiefs. Like besides the Bengals, they were the next closest team to doing that.
Yeah,
and
but
have
they beat them?
Have the Bills really? Okay, like let's be honest. Week 10, all this stuff that's going on right now with the Stephon Diggs noise, it's not going to be there. So are we really going to act like
they're paying Josh Allen $60 million?
I get that, but the roster is still the same. In my opinion, it got better by the fact that they gained Damian Harris instead of Devin Singletary. I think James Cook's going to get better. I'm saying, but in Buffalo,
improvement.
But no, this is what I mean. Like in the red zone, the Bills ran Josh Allen like a workhorse. Now they can hand it to Damian Harris, so Josh Allen isn't getting those hits that he doesn't need to take.
I'm just saying the Bills, their best chance to win the Super Bowl was last year.
I think
based on what they're going to be paying Josh Allen and the roster they can put around him, they are never going to have a more talented roster than they did last year.
I think their roster is just pretty much the exact same. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they got necessarily better, but I think their opportunity is the same as it always was. Now, when we talk about when the contracts start coming up, then I'll agree with you, but they still have Von Miller.
Where would you rank the Bills in the AFC? What are they, fourth best?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you got to put, obviously, Chiefs, Bengals, Jets.
See, that's where I go Dolphins.
Dolphins?
Instead of Jets. I like the Dolphins more than the Jets.
I do too.
Even with Xavier Howard and his baby mama drama?
They got Jalen Ramsey. They got Bradley Chubb.
Jalen Ramsey's hurt. He's missing the first.
Yeah, but I'm saying when they're going to make the playoffs. Like the Dolphins are definitely.
Will they?
Yes, bro. Come on now.
Bro,
that division is.
They have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and I know you can say whatever you want about Jeff Wilson Jr., but towards the end of the season, he was balling out for them. Tua's just like a Jared Goff and a game manager.
I can say that about Tua, all right? We're mashed potato brain brothers, all right? I've had the same amount of concussions.
What might cost them, though, now I'm thinking about is they just lost Teron Armstead.
Yeah.
So that might cost them.
That's a problem.
But
right now, when I look at it, the Dolphins are the third best team in their division.
I would give them first or second.
Well, I was with you until Ramsey and Armstead.
What secondary is better, the Dolphins or the Jets?
As a whole with depth, I'm going with the Dolphins, bro. I'm sorry.
Honestly,
their safeties are much better than the Jets.
Javon Holland.
And I can't think of the other one off the top of my head, but just Xavier Howard, Cam Smith is a fucking dog. They have Jalen Ramsey.
Whose defensive line is better? That boosts your secondary if you have a great defensive line.
The edges, definitely I'm giving to Miami, but you can't. Dude, they got Bradley Chubb.
What did Bradley Chubb do last year?
What
did Bradley Chubb do
last year? That's the Galladay stuff last year.
We're not.
What have you done for me lately? That's what the NFL is.
We're not going to dismiss Bradley Chubb.
What did Bradley Chubb do last year? How much did he help the Dolphins last year?
I can't tell you off the stats off the top of my head, but to act like that man isn't a freak athlete and somebody that you don't have to game plan for is nuts. And on the inside, they have Christian Wilkins and Jalen Phillips.
I like Christian Wilkins.
Jalen Phillips is a fucking monster.
I like Christian Wilkins, but he's
Jalen
not
Phillips is
Quentin Williams.
That's what I'm saying. Interior, I'm going to give the Jets for sure. But they don't have some, like, edge defense.
MPWME said Tua's brains are multiple.
I know.
We're going to go to break after that one. Let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Walk into any Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but two vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right. One car for you and one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
All right, let me tell you about the Academy Award. Brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field, which can also be used for 7-on-7 football. K through 8 features AM and PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, academic games.
What else?
K through 8 athletics.
What else?
Ermanni and Edwards will be broadcasting from their carnival August 24th. Come meet the staff and explore your child's new school. Now accepting enrollment. Go to academyofwarren.net.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review.
5-star.
Easy is not in. He's dealing with a family emergency, so prayers to him. Hope everything is going well with Easy and his family. Much love. We love you, brother. We hope everything goes well. In his stead, we have the unprecedented, the just
ambiguous.
That's tough.
The polarizing.
Don't do that.
Jeff Iafrate. Like I'm feeling the heat. It's like I'm sitting next to a star. Like.
Were you nervous getting ready for the show?
I was nervous getting ready for the show.
I saw you sweating back there. I didn't want to point it out.
I can't fuck this up.
I wasn't trying to bring it up.
I can't mess this up. I got Jeff Iafrate. Yeah.
It's your big shot.
This is how I make it. If I'm good with Jeff, he tells the powers that be, like, I like this kid.
I walked in to do prep and set up here in the booth, and this guy Jeff had a whole team around him doing makeup and everything. I was just like, this is next level stardom.
His security's pretty crazy.
We roll deep.
It took a lot to get his hair like that.
I'm like the president. I roll out.
He's muted still.
No. Bro, why?
Jeff has the Sewell family following him around just because Jeff's value is known, but Jeff. Let's face it, guys. He's got a little bit of an ego with him.
I walked in here. Jeff was sitting at the desk already. All right, I'm handing out the preps that JB printed out for me. Shout out to JB. Handing them out. Jeff goes, "Thanks, kid. Let me get a water too."
Wow.
Bro,
give me a pat on the back.
Yeah, he said you got a big career ahead of you, kid.
Keep going.
It's crazy. I see him do the kids back there all the time like that.
It's wild, man. It's wild.
I got a topic I sent to Chris here.
Okay.
5 second-year breakout candidates. I sent it in.
5 second-year breakout
around the NFL or with the Lions?
Around the NFL.
Oh, I got one
There's
already.
a certain someone on the Lions that isn't on this. I'm gonna bring it up.
Aiden Hutchinson is number 1.
I already know this one right now.
Dude, you're gonna. Trust me, you're gonna like this list. Or not like this list, but you're gonna think it's interesting.
Garrett fucking Wilson.
There you go.
I'll
take another one.
I think what they mean by breakout is like minimal, production to something.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not like 8 and 9.5 sacks, 3 picks. Kirby had a great rookie year.
All right.
So maybe that's part of it.
Let me ask you this question, and if it qualifies, then I'll think of another player. George fucking Pickens. Is he qualified? Or do I gotta go?
Hold on. When Chris
now, subtopic, sidebar.
What's up? Sidebar.
Easy's
Who
in the
would you
chat.
rather have on this team right now, George Pickens or James?
And here's
Williams?
the thing. Here's the thing that breaks my heart. We could have had George Pickens at 32.
Yeah. Who would you rather have on this team right now, George Pickens or James Williams? Right now. Right now, today.
I'm gonna get roasted.
Let's put it in the chat too. Chris, put a poll up.
Yeah,
George Pickens or Jamison Williams? Because who do we need right now? We need an X. We need a big body wide receiver. And I was on this train. I was so pro George Pickens in Detroit at 32.
No, Ben, you should be a lawyer, bro. This is tough. Oh, is this fair? Jamison Williams?
No, I need a solid answer right now.
No, just clear cut. And
Today.
then we'll go around the room.
If we're going off what you've done, you got to go with George Pickens.
You can go off of everything. You can go off potential, upside, potential,
All right, give me
going
J-Mo.
forward in their career.
Give me J-Mo.
You're still going with J-Mo.
I'm still taking J-Mo too.
I'm taking J-Mo. I think J-Mo could be, like the fastest player in the NFL on top of what he can produce.
You're not wrong.
Dynamic.
You're
ability.
not wrong.
And what he does to the offense. But George Pickens is that dude.
At this point, and again, I'm not discrediting J-Mo, but I've seen what George Pickens could be, and I spent a fantasy pick on this man. I'm a big George Pickens believer.
I know you are.
This man is like a D-Hop clone. I'm not saying he's going to be the ceiling, but that's his ceiling is D-Hop. And he can do everything you want. Now, he doesn't have the speed of J-Mo, but with his jump ball and contested catch ability, he'll get you those 40-yard gains.
Yeah.
And he still has that ability after the catch. So
listen, every room has a ceiling. You just may never hit it, right?
Exactly.
Like, there's a ceiling.
Same
I'll
thing
never
with,
touch
but
the ceiling.
I
in this
think,
building right now.
I think his ceiling is incredibly high. I think J-Mo's ceiling is incredibly high.
Who's got a higher ceiling?
I'm gonna go J-Mo tight.
J-Mo's got a higher ceiling.
What do you think, Benny? I'm asking you.
No, I asked the question.
No, you gotta respond, buddy. What do you got? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go with J-Mo based off of what he can be.
That's fair.
When it comes to week 1, like this year,
Homer.
But he suckered it up to you, Jeff. Like he was gonna say Pickens.
This year, give me George
You
Pickens.
said J-Mo.
This
year, Spencer suckered you up. He's like, why are you picking J-Mo, basically? And then he turns around and picks him. So
no, I mean the potential is there, the ability is there, but we've seen a lot out of George Pickens already.
If George Pickens...
It's tough. It's a tough question.
Yeah, no, it's a good question.
If George Pickens and J-Mo are both playing 17 games in Detroit, who do you think would have truly like a more impactful season?
Well, this is what's important because this is why it's hard to answer those questions because J-Mo doesn't even have nearly the same amount of reps right now.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So like it would take longer for J-Mo, but like ceiling, I'm a big ceiling guy like you are. You talked about Pickens. I think J-Mo, dude, with his speed, what we saw at Alabama, I know it's 1 year, essentially a one and done. But he could be like one of the most dynamic players.
He can be elite.
In the
Neither
NFL.
of you guys are stupid for that. I just think, dude, George Pickens.
George Pickens' floor is much higher than Jameson Williams.
He has that
fair. I think
Detroit
that's
Lion, that CJ DJ mentality of just
his
like,
floor is much higher than Jameson Williams' floor already.
Yeah.
But the ceiling of J-Mo is higher than Pickens.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll say
100%. You got the graphic, Chris?
Yes, I do.
Now, speaking of George Pickens, look at these best, I guess, second-year breakout players, or they should be considered. Look what they got. Oh, Easy's guy, Kyle Hamilton, Jordan Davis, Evan Neal, George Pickens, Brian Robinson Jr., which I got
that Brian Robinson Jr. is Easy's boy as well. He said he's going to be a top 10 running back in 2023.
He said that?
Bro, I don't know about top 10, but B-Rob's nice. Probably my favorite sports video of all time is Brian Robinson running out of the tunnel to many men coming off of a gunshot injury.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's hard. Where's death upon me? That's such a
that was
talk about put your nuts on a league like that. That is fucking awesome.
And he said that he was only at like 70-80% last year because he was still kind of recovering from.
He got shot. What? How many? Like 3 times.
Yeah, he came back and still put up what, like 500-600 yards.
Yeah, he's nice, man. Whoa, dog.
Where?
Sorry, there was a dog on the back of a truck. Yeah, there was a dog literally standing on the back of a truck.
I guess, Kyle Hamilton, Jordan Davis. I like Jordan Davis. I like him too.
I like Jordan Davis too.
I want to see what Jordan Davis can be.
You know who's going to have a better year than Jordan Davis?
Jalen Carter. Talk to him.
You guys are so hung up on Jalen
Carter.
Bro, it's like that ex that you'll never get over.
That's my Randy Moss.
Yeah.
That's my Randy Moss.
As far as what?
As far as the Lions should have drafted this guy.
Okay, well, they didn't. They got Sam Laporte and Jameer Gibbs out.
Doesn't mean he's not happy. He's just saying, hey, if we're talking,
Would you rather have Jameer Gibbs or Jalen Carter right now?
I'd rather have
because you could have got Sam Laporte either way.
Yeah, right.
No, you couldn't.
You could have got him either way.
Extra second.
You could have got him either way. You can make another trade.
But then we wouldn't have Brian Branch.
Could have made another trade.
I'm so content with this because the fact is we can draft another tight end next year or defensive tackle next year.
But what defensive tackle coming into next year's draft is going to be better than Jalen Carter?
I'm not saying there is, but I'm saying as a roster, as a whole, we got so much talent from that's going to last us for a long time. That's going to keep us in contention, and we can still go get a very good defensive tackle.
I like what we had. I like what we have a lot. I like what we got a lot, but. I've been with it since day one. I just think this kid is going to be special.
We would still probably have DeAndre Swift.
The perfect fit for this team right now.
100%. Yeah.
It would have been the perfect fit for this team right now.
But we would still probably have DeAndre Swift on this team if we didn't take Jalen Carter.
What's a better situation? Having DeAndre Swift and Jalen Carter or having Isaiah Buggs and Jameer Gibbs?
If you add Sam Laporta into that
No, that's not what I'm saying.
But that's what we got.
Yeah, we're talking player to player.
We're talking about straight to straight. We're talking about starter to starter.
But the defensive tackle position, if you have a high prospect, is so much more valuable than running back. And I'm just saying what we got, and what we lost because of it. We were able to move on from DeAndre Swift, who was an injury-riddled running back that had high potential but never really could show up for a whole season. And we're going to get that with Jameer Gibbs. And on top of it, we improved our tight end room. And on top of it more, we got a big-ass dude in Broderick Martin that we actually could take now because we didn't take Jalen Carter. We got 3 players that we're going to moneyball for the value of Jalen Carter. I'm completely
but the NFL isn't about moneyball. The NFL is
that's
about
what
talent.
Brad Holmes is doing. That's what Brad Holmes has done. We got C.J. Gardner-Johnson on a 1-year cheap deal. We got Cam.
That's not a draft pick situation. That's not a Jalen Carter situation. And now you have enough. You've done it for 3 years. So why don't you go after the top pick? I'm not mad about what he got. I understand why he didn't do it. It's not a Brad Holmes guy. He has the red flags, and I understand all that, but Randy Moss wasn't a Lions guy back then. Would you have liked Randy Moss on the Lions?
Loved that, but that doesn't.
I'm not saying Jalen Carter is going to be the Randy Moss of defensive tackles, but
after break, I got a question for Lucas.
Pretty fucking good in camp.
Lucas is on the stand. I got a question for him when we come back. Because I want you to answer this question.
All right.
Nothing personal, Jameer. I just want to ask Lucas Klotz.
Yeah, now we got to do a live read. We're gonna have somebody send us in a break.
Yeah, you can go to. Let me know about Dispo.
Oh, I got you because Lucas might be smoking something, man. I'll tell you what.
Might be right now.
He might be. I don't know. But guess what? If you need something, you go to Dispo. Our friends over at Dispo. You can experience the true meaning of exceptional cannabis products with Dispo Dispensary. Indulge in the finest selection. They got over 12 locations. Just opened up another one in Whitmore Lake. Dispo is never too far away. Again, all Dispo locations will be having an end-of-summer bash on Friday, September 1st, all day long. There'll be vendors, food trucks, music, killer deals, and epic giveaways only at Dispo Dispensary.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit. We aren't quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. Live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. Jesus,
5-star.
The cake in Lady Jane's, especially on Fridays. Coming on Fridays. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, Spenny can host a show, drift off, check out what he has to check out, spit facts.
Yeah.
It's a talented man.
You know, I'm not as talented as the man next to me.
No one ever could be.
No one could ever be as talented as this man. It's like the man went shaved head for a little bit and didn't skip a beat, and now hair's back.
That was a W.
That was a W.
Yeah,
you should call him Jeff Iafrate.
Your Wolverines.
I had to sucker you into that. You weren't getting that haircut unless I was there.
Were Jeff
you had to
Iafrate
wait for me. I had to force you into that chair.
I'll just say it took a conversation with D-Mac, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh, yeah.
To kind of...
That's the minister of accountability. D-Mac is the minister of accountability.
Yeah, he was right, 100% right.
Yeah.
But I did have a question for Lucas, and I want to preface this before I say the question on what I think about Jameer, because Jameer Gibbs, I understand that at least from a defensive tackle position, I think Josh Pascal can fill a little bit of that void. He can kind of move around. I think he's going to have a great year. I like Josh Pascal.
I like Josh Pascal.
Right, I'll start with the good stuff. Broderick Martin, upside, love Broderick. Jameer Gibbs, I think he could be a game changer, hence why Brad took him, right? He thinks he can change games. But I'll ask you, Lucas, for the Jameer Gibbs pick to work out, what does he have to do in Detroit by the end of his rookie contract? Statistically, impact, what does he have to do for you to look back and say, yeah, they took a running back at 12, I'm cool with it? What has to happen from Jameer?
I don't think there's necessarily a statistic you could.
Thank you, Michael Gentry.
And I think what Jameer Gibbs needs to do is have almost that, not Christian McCaffrey, but just have that role where it's just when he's on the field, he's making a constant impact and his presence is known. Almost like when Drew Brees was in New Orleans, how that Alvin Kamara was like, you need to watch out for this guy. How he was a constant threat on the field. And Jameer Gibbs is going to do that. I don't think when people are like, oh, we could have had Jalen Carter. Yeah, you're right, we could have. But we got a stud in Jahmyr Gibbs who is going to be making big plays. And when Jared Goff and Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, when their connection is all meshing and we're in the playoffs, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be making plays for the Detroit Lions. And that's why you draft him. Because you can't have a player on a playoff team that one-on-one can just cover Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to embarrass every defense that the Lions have in front of them, and that's why you draft Jahmyr Gibbs. You can double-team Jalen Carter for plays, and he still might not be able to make a play in the backfield. But there is not a single defensive player in the NFL that can ever wish in their mind cover Jahmyr Gibbs one-on-one, tackle Jahmyr Gibbs one-on-one. It's over with. And you know what? We got Broderick Martin. We got Sam Laporta. And you know what else we have? The most cap space in the NFL next year, and probably a decent pick that we're going to be able to move up with. I'm not saying we're going to be...
Decent? They're getting picked 32.
Maybe. But I'm saying they'll probably be picked 25, 26. And now you can move up because you can have trade value. We have Brad Holmes. We know he makes deals. He'll move up in the draft if he wants to. He'll sign a big name free agent for a cheap deal if he wants to. The Lions are going to be fine by not taking Jalen Carter, and I'm comfortable in trusting Brad Holmes.
So you think Jalen Carter will be a bust?
That's exactly what I said in that statement. I'm glad that's what you pulled from that statement. That's exactly what I said. Jahmyr Gibbs isn't going to be a phenomenal player. Jalen Carter is going to be a bust. That is what I said.
That sounds about right.
But the reason why I asked that is, let's say Jahmyr Gibbs is a phenomenal player, and by the end of his rookie contract, Jalen Carter looks like Quinnen Williams. What do you think?
I think this is why Brad is so brilliant, is because, yes, he passed up on Jalen Carter, and I think a lot of people, if Jalen Carter pans out, are going to be questioning Brad Holmes. But he has that counter web of, he's like, on the big scale, this is what I got instead of taking Jalen Carter. And that's where his answers will be, because at that time, Sam Laporta is going to be on his way to the gold jacket season. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be balling out. And Broderick Martin.
Do you truly believe that? Do you
this
isn't like a bit. Like
I seriously, I think he has Hall of Fame potential.
Well, based off what?
Based off his skill set, what people have said around him, and as
no.
People have said around him.
We're not sideswiping this. It's not Hall of Fame potential. Do you truly believe he will be a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
What is
smiling, bro?
What is his?
Because I'm grinning that we have this man on our
rookie
team.
stat line?
I think I said this. It's going to be an exponential type of thing. I think he's going to have a George Kittle type of career. Do you think George Kittle's going to be a Hall of Famer?
Probably, yeah.
Correct.
Maybe.
And it might not show up
George
statistically.
Kittle.
But what do we remember George Kittle for? He makes big plays in crucial moments in big games. The Lions are going to be in big games, and they're definitely going to be leaning.
What's his rookie stat line?
Probably like 600 yards, 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I think when he because it's going to take him some time to grow into what Sam Laporta will be. But when Sam Laporta grows into what he could be, it's going to be George Kittle-esque.
So he's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, but he still shows.
But he's
still
a little bit of both. Yeah,
he can be both.
Yeah, he's like 6 soft, like 8, 9.
Yeah,
no. He gets into it.
I want the data though, Lucas. Tell me, Sam Laporta. No. I want data. I've heard things from people. No, I don't care about that. What do you think? Data. How many All-Pros?
Take that for data.
How many 1,000-yard seasons? What are we talking out of Laporta? Let's say through 15-year career.
I think it'll be hard for him to get consistent 1,000-yard season, but I think he could get one in there.
So 1,000-yard season, how many All-Pros?
I think he could easily be like a 3-4 time All-Pro guy.
Well, George Kittle has 1 All-Pro.
Okay, that's fine.
No.
I think George Kittle.
I'm telling you,
George Kittle.
You got to be more than George Kittle. If you want to be a Hall of Famer, you got to be more than George Kittle. Do you think he'll be more?
We just said George Kittle's going to be a Hall of Famer.
He's on track.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
He's on track.
Okay, wait, hold on. Before there's only one. I'm assuming one tight end for All-Pro.
Yes.
And it's been ruled by Travis Kelce, continuously.
Yeah.
So,
first
that's
team
my
All-Pro.
thing.
He's only made 1 All-Pro team, not just first team All-Pro.
But here's the thing. My whole statement with this is we got George Kittle and Travis Kelce running up, and you could say Mark Andrews at the tight end position right now. There's going to be a time where it's kind of like the Brady, the Peyton, where they all get sent off. And then there's that new wave of tight end. And I think Sam Laporta is going to lead it, and he could easily be the guy.
What about Kyle Pitts?
Kyle Pitts, I don't think he's ever going to work fully in an Atlanta offense.
Okay.
He's uber talented, but he's kind of like that Cordell Patterson, where it's just like his skill will never show.
So if you had to buy Hall of Fame stock in a 1 Detroit Lion right now, who would it be?
Don't do this, Lucas.
It wouldn't. I would probably say Aiden.
Okay. I mean,
I would say Aiden, then Panay, then Amon.
Okay. All
then
right. He's reasonable.
He knows ball.
All right, he's reasonable.
To
He
some
knows
extent.
ball.
Have you ever
To some
doubted?
extent.
Have you ever doubted
He knows
that?
ball for
Oh,
sure.
Did I know
a lot
ball?
of times.
He knows
yes,
ball
plenty
for
of
sure.
times.
He knows ball for sure.
You said you take Marvin Jones over DJ Chark every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
In this Detroit offense.
Right now, both at their respective careers.
Dude, have you seen what Marvin is? Have you
Like, maybe
seen
he
what
doesn't know
Marvin?
ball, like-
Listen.
You remember what DJ Chark was doing last year at camp? And
He
in
did say, he goes,
preseason?
Marvin could do exactly what DJ Chark did. I'm
I was
saying.
production-wise.
Production-wise, yes.
Production's fair.
But if he's healthy, if DJ Chark's healthy,
If Marvin
brings a
is
different
healthy,
skill
he can
set.
do.
He does.
Listen, there's things that DJ Chark can do as far as a vertical threat. Like, I don't expect Marvin to be having as many like deep fade routes.
No, not
But
a chance.
On like
He's great at
3rd and
contested
15,
catches. Yeah,
when
he's-
Jared Goff is in trouble as an impact receiver, or Marvin Jones could easily.
Guess
have
who
more of an
Jared
impact.
Goff was going to on 3rd and 15, and indeed, who
You know
had the catch to cement the Packers out of the playoffs?
That's
You know
what I'm
who-
saying.
That was
and
DJ
you're telling me
Chark.
Marvin Jones can't do that?
It's like
He's
you have to
more of
think
a red
about
zone
Do you
threat
have
than
more-
DJ Chark for sure. Oh my, Spenny, come on now. You have an
Spencer's going
IQ.
to
You know that Marvin Jones is more of a red zone.
Right now?
Yeah, I would say right now. What besides the Green Bay
That's
fourth
tough.
down catch where it wasn't even the red zone, it was just a fourth down conversion for like 4th and 4. What did DJ Chark do in the red zone? That Philadelphia game, that was in like the 23. It was still kind of a deep shot. When we're talking like 3rd and goal,
What did Marvin do in the
Jones'
red zone
fade
last
route
year?
is cheese.
This year, Marvin Jones' fade route is cheese.
If you're going against Chicago's defense, cheese. You're going against Minnesota's defense,
Chicago's
cheese.
defense.
That's what matters. That's who he's going to be playing twice a year.
Who are you looking at in the red zone right now on the Detroit? You
go Amon-Ra St. Brown. Then if he's not working, I'm taking the single coverage of Marvin Jones every day.
I'm taking Sam
7
Laporta.
days a
I'm
week.
taking your Hall of Famer as my number 2 option in the red zone.
Fine.
Over Marvin Jones.
Hey, take that. Take that.
We
That's
got to
fine.
settle this. Mike and Chris. I mean, who are you taking? Marvin Jones or DJ Chark? Mike, what do you think?
I'm probably taking DJ Chark.
You said DJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll stand on the sideline.
It's not like I don't
taking
hate
Chark
Marvin
as
Jones by any means, but
No,
if you would have
it's
seen DJ Chark healthy for the entirety of last season,
Yeah.
I think you would have
If
seen
this was
some things.
Marvin 5 years ago, yeah, I'd take Marvin
I
over
don't
him.
think Marvin's a guy that has fallen off yet. He was just third fiddle because they had Christian Kirk, and you could even argue Zay Jones was like him and her. He was.
So is Zay Jones better than Marvin Jones?
And for what they needed, yeah. Because
As a receiver right now, is Zay Jones better than Marvin
They're
Jones?
very close. I think I would take
He's
Zay
really
Jones,
selling him,
but
ain't
for
he?
the Lions,
Yeah.
the Lions don't need a Zay Jones. The Lions don't need a Zay Jones. They need a Marvin Jones. That's why I'm saying like they need a perimeter threat, a big body, and we already have that in Marvin Jones.
We need a guardian.
Yeah.
He's like,
I sold him
He
right, and that's what I
gasses
believe.
Guys, man. He's not.
He's still
not
good
that
at it,
big
though.
body of a guy anymore.
He's 6'2", but he plays 6'4". DJ Chark's 6'3", but he played 6'3".
Like production, I think if you stuck with production, me and Spenny would be like, okay, well, but like the
But
skill
let's be
set he
honest,
provides
where
is what the
DJ
Lions
Chark
need.
got-
They
DJ
had like
Chark-
the same production last year, basically.
That's what I'm saying.
DJ
Like-
what played how many
and
games?
DJ played half of the game.
But
Yeah.
Marvin Jones was the wide receiver 3 there. And let's not act like the Jaguars were playing their
fair.
best football
So
at the
if he's a
beginning of
wide
the season.
receiver 3 on the Jaguars,
That's like
what would Mark?
That's
what
what
would
he's
DJ,
going to be with
what
the
would DJ Chark have been on that Jaguars
probably
team
the
last
wide
year?
receiver 2.
So he's better.
If you want to put it like that, but I'm just saying.
So he's
what I'm
better.
saying. Listen, I'm saying right now, I get it. DJ Chark would be great, but for what the Lions need, let's not act like what the Lions needed with DJ Chark was a 20-yard gain. Marvin Jones gets you a 20-yard gain, and what the Lions also need right now with the young wide receiver room is experience, and that's what DJ Chark really didn't have.
No, the
because
experience helps for
that's
sure.
what, and when you need a chuck ball, especially what you can do after the catch, for a role, yeah, DJ Chark could be the number 2. You can't act like Marvin Jones wouldn't give him a run for his money. And if you need a play to be made,
number 2 on the Jaguars last year was Zay Jones. It would have been DJ Chark if he was on the team.
And
but
both of
Marvin
the-
Jones is better than both of them somehow?
No, I'm saying for what the Lions need, I would probably take. Yeah, no, I'm going to say it. I think Marvin. Yeah, right now I would take Marvin if I needed a vet wide receiver, just a hole to fill. I'm taking Marvin every time over those guys. He's more consistent. He plays bigger than what he does. I get Zay Jones is faster, and so is DJ Chark. But when you need a big gain, Marvin Jones can get you a big game.
Tiffin, come get your boy.
Tiffin, come get your boy. He needs some defense. Let me
I'm
tell you
here.
guys about
I'm here.
Guardian. I'm here. Let me tell you about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY OUT. That's 1-800-STAY OUT. And let them know Lucas Klotz sent you.
Oh.
All right, shirts off.
Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports Clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you about our friends over at Mark White, because something happened in the studio and you may need to call the authorities. When buying or selling real estate, flexibility has no control. They just don't. And sellers, how about you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty? Well, that's exactly what Mark White and Associates offers. It's called the minute-by-minute listing agreement. Try Mark White's risk-free minute-to-minute listing agreement today. What the hell is going on?
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, you're missing out. But leave a 5-star review for the man to my left, the one and only Jeff Iafrate. We've got Chris Platte in the TV booth, looking great. We've got Mike Gentry in the audio booth, and we've got Lucas Klotz on the 1s and 2s. I am Spencer Raxter. We're here to talk to you guys about sports. Okay, so what is this Mark Andrews situation going on?
So basically, Mark Andrews, dude didn't like what he saw out of a Redskins DB. I can't remember out of his name, but Chris, just roll the video to explain.
Oh, 1 second here.
Chris, roll the video.
Chris,
roll the video, Chris.
Sorry, I was staring.
I'll wait for it.
All right.
Wait for it. Right here.
Ooh.
Oh. Now that move right there.
Run it back one more time.
Suplexed his ass.
That I believe it tore his rotator cuff. I don't know if it fully it was a tear, but either way, this man's probably about to be cut because Mark Andrews decided to take it upon himself to say that, you know what, I didn't like that. And the thing is, he's not going to face any consequence because of this either.
Yeah.
So should Mark Andrews face consequences?
I think he should. No, keep it off. What are you doing?
Oh my! What a sellout!
Segment to do.
Hey, look,
Chico says the Woodward sexy
there it is. Come on. Pump it up.
Hey, Easy said.
Who's the odd man up?
Easy said Chris too distracted by shirtless men.
That's true.
That's what
true.
I said.
But
I got distracted.
Mark Andrews should be reprimanded for this somewhere.
What a forehand that was.
This is why I had it in the intro topic. Do you like joint practices? Because shit like this is going to happen. And obviously, you know, we talk about fights at practice, and we're like, all right, yeah, it's pretty cool. You're fighting at practice, you're doing all this shit. But when it comes down to injuries that can affect a man's livelihood, affect his career, affect his earnings, that's tough.
You can't affect his chicken.
Take your shirt off.
Yo, hey.
You want to make it in this fucking business?
I thought
you want to make it in this fucking business? You pop that shirt off.
You're
blowing it, kid. You're blowing it.
Yeah, you're blowing it, kid.
Listen, what? Michael Gentry put it on.
What do we do?
I'm with my guy.
Take it off. Yeah, come on.
My knees. Dude, no.
No. You guys are ripping the shirt. They're ripping the shirt.
Okay. All right. Let's go, dude. Oh my, dude, this is okay. I'm suing. Yeah, I'm suing.
God.
What the hell is this?
You want to make it in this business, kid? You better put them titties to work.
Look at those Amon Ra hands, man.
All right, so how do you feel about this Mark Andrews situation? Take it off, Gentry.
What the hell?
Yeah, what are you, Gentry?
Gentry,
we got to get some likes in the chat. We're only at 71.
Take it
the
off.
Boys are going all out.
Look, that's a proud father right there.
Who?
Yeah, that's a proud. Mark Andrews. I think he's.
What do you want me to say about Mark Andrews?
What the fuck?
Hold my pocket, Jeff.
Hold my pocket. Hey, yo.
Tell us about Mark. How do you feel about this situation?
Dude, I don't give a damn. Mark, I don't know. I mean, I'm too busy. You guys were telling me to take my shirt off.
I could smell the
BO. Mark Andrews injured somebody?
Yeah, he did something to this guy's rotator cuff.
Yeah, you know what? What are you gonna do? Boys are gonna scrap. You know, it is what it is.
Boys are gonna scrap.
Yeah, they're gonna scrap.
Yeah, put them on.
Hey,
put them on.
Put them up. Put them up. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, Mark Andrews, he doesn't really have a reputation like that. Who gives a damn?
Do you like joint practices? Because shit like this can happen.
I love joint practices. I like them more than the preseason. If I'm being real with you, I think they mean more than the preseason, and it's showing. The Lions have done 2, both at Allen Park. Luckily, they didn't have to travel anywhere. I like joint practices. Maybe that's a hot take or whatever, but I think they're more impactful than preseason games. That's where you get all your reps.
Who has more rushing yards in 2023, Joe Mixon or Miles Sanders?
Where did that come from?
Why?
Thought of it. It's a good question to put Iafrate on the spot on. Joe's
Hey,
football knowledge.
He's trying to get you back.
Speakeasy's in the chat. He says, "What kind of Jalen Green podcast is this?" That's your guy. Yeah. No. Easy, you need to come back as soon as possible.
Jeff's like, I'm never setting foot on this fucking 2-bit piece of shit show. They make me take my shirt off, and then they cut it off.
All right, I'll tell you what. This is what I've done the show a handful of times. This is definitely off the rails.
Oh, this is what it is. It's a
but
Friday.
I love this.
We're feeling good.
I don't love this. But I love this show.
I'm just happy, Jeff, that we're not at 7 a.m. at that golf green today. That was.
It could be worse. You want to do a chest slap fight?
No, I don't. I think you'd win. Quite frankly, that's just how it is.
Lucas
would be
crackhead enough to do it.
No.
You're doing 100.
I'm going full throttle.
Can we save that for the last segment?
That's a big paw.
The last segment.
You got a big paw, man.
It's a big paw.
Nah, I'm gonna have to pass on that.
It's fine.
No, it's
so
fine.
Joe Mixon or Miles Sanders? Back on top,
bro.
Back on top.
This is like, you know, like that. What's that show? Hot Ones.
Hot Ones. Yeah.
Like instead of you're asking me, you're making me answer tough questions with my shirt off instead of eating hot wings.
Yeah.
Like now it's like, Joe Mixon or Miles
You got
Sanders.
double chains on. You got the tattoo, bro.
Yeah, you're a big tough guy, huh?
Yeah, big tough guy until the shirt pops off.
I don't know, dude. Like I like Joe Mixon. I just think Joe Mixon is not what Joe Mixon was. I'll go Miles Sanders. I mean, he got paid, but I like Miles Sanders. But he never stays healthy.
Chris, Joe Mixon or Miles Sanders?
Give me Joe Mixon.
We need to see all the nips.
Give me Joe Mixon, man. Give me Joe Mixon.
Gentry, Joe Mixon or Miles Sanders?
I'm taking Joe Mixon, but it's not by much at all. I think Miles Sanders is still pretty solid. I think he's going to have a good year for the Panthers. So.
Fair?
Give me Miles Sanders.
Why?
He's going to be with a rookie quarterback. They're going to be running the fuck out of him. They got a decent O-line. I think Miles Sanders is going to have like a 1,000-yard year.
So, laser beam pointed at Earth. You need 5 yards.
I want
Miles Sanders.
Give me Miles Sanders.
I'm taking Joe Mixon.
All right.
Yeah,
he has the best wide receiver trio in the NFL, period.
Yeah.
He's going to see the softest boxes in the league.
Pause.
You know,
well, not really pause. Not really pause.
But all I'm saying is Joe Mixon is going to see less people in the box then you might on a Tuesday night. Joe Mixon's going to see soft boxes. They're going to load the box for Miles Sanders until they prove that Bryce Young can do something with DJ Chark and who's their second? Terrence Marshall? Who is their other receiver?
Adam fucking Thielen. Put some respect on his name. That
Talk about fucking wash.
We forgot about
Hang
that.
him out to dry.
I got another one
Hold on,
for
we
you.
forgot
I got
about that wide receiver out of Ole Miss though for the Panthers.
Jonathan Mingo.
Okay. Yeah.
Jonathan Mingo.
But regardless, yeah, you're right.
Another question for you. Who has more receiving yards in 2023? Tyler Boyd, or KJ Osborne?
KJ Osborne or Tyler Boyd?
Yeah.
KJ Osborne.
Tyler Boyd.
KJ Osborne. T. Higgins on a career year, on a contract year. Man's gonna eat. We know what Jamar Chase is.
No, give me Tyler Boyd.
I'm Tyler Boyd too.
Jordan Addison, dog. T. Hawkinson,
rookie,
dog.
Yep.
Dog.
Yep.
Just calling anyone a dog.
He's gonna get his.
T.J. Hawkinson's a dog.
He's get. Spenny.
Who would you rather have, T.J. Hawkinson or Sam Laporta?
Right now, at this moment.
Right now.
I mean, I think
for perpetuity.
I mean, T.J. Hawkinson.
Who would you rather have
at this point?
Who would you rather have right here?
Oh my!
Kyle Rittenhouse or Ritz?
Trick question. It's the same person.
I can't believe
trick question. You get them both.
I can't believe you called that man Ritz. That's his nickname.
Ritz. That's his name now. Young Ritz. No, Ritz the kid.
We gotta go to break.
Ritz the kid.
Ritz the kid.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
that's good. Now
That's a
I can
cool
give you.
graphic too, man.
It's pretty fun. Yeah, JB. Shout out JB.
So valuable, JB.
Tyler. By the way, Tyler Boyd or who was it?
KJ Osborne.
Yeah, I'll take Tyler Boyd. I just think you've got to give 700 yards for TJ, give or take. He's got to get his.
Yeah. What does Addison
Jordan
get?
Addison might get his like 500-600, maybe
Justin
700. Maybe he has a great
getting
year.
like 17.
And he's going to get his 17. Like Tyler Boyd is wide receiver 3. He'll get his 600, 700. I think he'll have more than KJ Osborne.
All right. Well, it's a perfect time to do this ad read. Let me tell you about Big Boy. Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. Try some classic breakfast items like strawberry hotcakes or mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with the refreshing summer splash salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including the berry delicious classic strawberry pie, deep fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review.
5-star.
I am Spencer Raxter. I am joined by the one and only Jeff Iafrate. Look at this guy looking great. We've got Mike Gentry,
You're
of
doing
course.
a good job, kid.
And we have Lucas Klotz and Chris Platte on the desk. All right, what do you guys want to talk about? It's your show. Let it ride.
Let's think.
What are we talking about?
Do the mailbag. Go through.
Let's do mailbag.
Let's do mailbag? All right.
Let's go mailbag.
Let's figure out the mailbag.
And
I got Jeff's laptop here. I could send some messages right now.
But until then, I'll continue to fire off rapid fire questions.
All right, perfect. Ask some questions.
Who throws, or who has more passing yards in 2023? Geno Smith or Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers by far.
Aaron Rodgers by
Think so.
far. And
Think so.
I'm the Geno guy of this show, but Aaron Rodgers, no question.
Jeff? Unmute yourself, nerd.
Look at this. Oh, he's Hollywood now.
Oh,
now he needs help.
oh,
Look
man.
at Gentry coming in the
Look
booth
at
to
this
save
guy
him.
folded under pressure. You're blowing it, kid. You're
blowing your shot.
You'll never be a star.
To be
You'll
fair,
never be a star.
to be fair, I started out in this booth, so I can't get too lost. But it's been
now
a
it
minute.
obviously means nothing to you.
It's been a
You're
minute.
going back to your roots and you forget about it.
All right, relax.
Forget about it.
True super.
All right, relax over here. So what was the question? Aaron Rodgers or who?
Aaron Rodgers or Geno Smith?
More passing yards?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a bozo if you don't pick Aaron Rodgers. So
I'm just saying.
I said Aaron Rodgers.
Geno
Unmute
Smith.
Gentry. Is he unmuted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, for sure.
Listen, I'm not saying you guys are stupid for thinking about that, but Geno Smith is very efficient last year, and he just gained JSN.
You could sell me Geno Smith all you want.
They have a nasty offense.
Let's really think about it.
They have a nasty
Who has
offense.
the deeper receiving core?
You know who's seeing
Obviously.
softer boxes than Joe Mixon?
Oh,
Kenneth Walker.
You're right.
Yes, sir.
You're absolutely right. So when
Yes,
Geno
sir.
wants to
That's
air that
soft
bitch
box.
out,
That's
he
a
has
soft
a
box.
better chance to
That's
do
a
so.
very soft box.
And he's also got a
love a
great
soft
receiver
box.
out of the backfield to do so. All right, let me think of another
Oh,
one.
hold on. Based on your metrics, Lucas,
Wait,
Baker
wait.
Mayfield should have a big year. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
Baker Mayfield fits nowhere into
There you go.
any bit of my
So the
metrics.
wide receiver cores don't matter as
We
much
got
when
we
the
got
they
we got
do.
a mailbag question from John effing Lord. He says, mailbag, who has the better offense right now, KC or the Lions? We'll start with Lucas.
KC or the Lions?
KC or the Lions?
Overall?
Better
I mean, I
offense.
think just Patrick Mahomes overall.
Yeah,
you have Patrick Mahomes. You have the better offense.
You could throw Patrick Mahomes in Houston right now, and I'm still taking Houston's
Fuck
offense.
yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like the low is the low. They have probably the worst starting quarterback in the league right now
You
in
just
CJ
hate
Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
Just
Maybe
hate.
Baker
Just hate.
Mayfield,
Just
but
pure
right
hate.
behind them, CJ Stroud.
Chris, who
Yeah.
are you taking?
You know, honestly, if they didn't have Trev, I think it'd be a conversation if it wasn't Travis Kelce, if it was just like a middle of the pack tight end, and then they had just straight Patrick Mahomes. But I mean, come on, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, it's a no-brainer.
Arguably the greatest 1-2 punch in history. Give me the Chiefs.
Jeff?
Besides me and Lucas.
Give me the Chief Arenos.
Gentry, who are you taking? KC or the Lions?
No, it's KC, without a doubt. I already said it, Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, it's something about that chair, Mike. When you sit in that chair, you know ball. So, I'm just saying, Mike knows ball, man. Not you, Lucas. It's that chair.
I'm taking
Just the
KC
chair.
as
Just
well.
the
Like
chair.
you said, they
We've
have
done a
arguably
pod
the best-
together for like a year, but I just sit in this chair and all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's a backhanded compliment,
Yeah.
bro.
When
Thank
you
you,
were
Spence.
sitting in that chair, look, just back in the booth, he doesn't know how to act.
No, listen,
You're
man.
not one of the mere mortals that me, Chris, and Gentry are.
Listen, Mike
Wow.
already
And
knows
Spenny,
ball.
too.
Mike knows ball, but I'm just saying that chair, Lucas, don't get too lost.
All right, next mailbag.
You don't know ball.
Fuck, where did it go? All right, mailbag.
Just gonna be like, some
Who is
people
your,
have ceilings,
who
you
is
know?
your number
Yeah.
one pick in fantasy? Who are you taking number one overall in fantasy?
Ooh. Let's phase it like this. Outside of Justin Jefferson, I think we would all take Justin Jefferson
Yes,
one. No,
that's fair.
does anybody
Yeah.
speak different?
No,
so
that's
outside
fair.
of Justin Jefferson, I think I'm gonna take Tyreek Hill.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's a guy that can get close to 2,000 yards, and I think he was close to doing it last year, and then Tua got hurt. I think Tua stays a little bit more healthy. Well, now I might actually double down and say no, he's not, because he just lost Teron Armstead. But when he comes back, I think Tyreek Hill, doesn't matter what quarterback he has, he still can produce. I'm taking Tyreek Hill.
Throw your setup. Throw your setup.
So this is like an
I'll
interesting
take-
question because I have the
honestly,
second pick.
I don't know if anybody else will take him, but I'll take a Devontae Adams. Just because I think this dude is arguably the best receiver in the NFL, and you know, if you're not taking Justin Jefferson, I'm taking.
Boo
I'll
this
take
man.
Devontae Adams.
Boo. Gentry, who are you taking?
Sacco coming in.
I don't know. I have the number 2 pick, so if you're saying Justin Jefferson's off the board, like he probably is going to be, I'm kind of like, I've been going through it a little bit. I did like Tyreek Hill, but I have never had CMC, and I'm kind of worried that he might get injured again. So it's CMC or Tyreek to me, if we're going number 2 technically.
Okay.
Jeff?
Jesus Christ.
Give me Anthony Richardson.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
CJ Stroud.
I'll give me CMC or Tyreek. I think that's fair. That's who I'd go with.
I'm
Probably CMC.
taking Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, you have to.
A full year in a Kyle Shanahan offense. The dude's going
Think
to
he stays healthy though?
numbers.
Yeah, that's my
You
only
said
worry.
you asked that question last year.
I don't
Lucas.
see Christian McCaffrey staying healthy for a full season.
He's done
That's
it
where I
4
was
years
at
in the
with
beginning
it.
of his career.
I think he's going to do it. All right, next mailbag question from Honolulu Blue Sparty. Oh, shit, where'd it go? Fuck.
Look at this guy. Spencer would be wrapping up the show normally. if he
Better
was up
season,
here.
Cowboys or Giants? This is the last one. We'll start with you.
I feel like
Lucas.
this is easy. It's got to be. I mean, with Ray and Prescott, nothing's guaranteed, but I think Cowboys are set up for success in the regular season with the roster, so I'm going to go Cowboys.
Agreed.
I'm proud of you, Lucas.
Well,
Chris?
Cowboys, easy.
Gentry?
Cowboys.
Yeah, well said, Lucas. Yeah, these guys learning, man. He's on the Morning Woodward show. He's, the Dak Prescott stuff. You're learning a lot of stuff. I appreciate you, Lucas. You know what? Give me the Cowboys though, even though Dak's a little overrated.
I'm gonna take the Cowboys as well. I think they got it set up to be one of the best teams in the NFC. They're gonna be studs.
Yes, sir.
And Chris, you're fucking. I don't know what's going on with your preset, man. Shit's all over.
I
the
can
place.
barely hear you, but I know you're slandering my
But
preset.
that'll do it for us today. I appreciate you all tapping into the
preset.
Woodward Heavyweights live
Worked hard
on
on that
WoodwardSports.com. Like and share the stream. Leave a 5-star review. For my man Jeff Iafrate filling in for Easy. Appreciate you, bro. We got Lucas. We got Chris. We got Big Mike Gentry.
Yes, sir.
I'm Spencer Raxter. We're the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys on Monday. Fuck the Dream Cruise. Peace.
Yeah. Fuck it.